What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another
Word,
episode of Confirmed TV. I am your host, MVP Banks.
Skeet.
Hey, know what I mean? What up? Shira on her way, you know what I'm saying? She said she hit traffic. You know what I mean? We got an old guest in here, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorites. And we got some new guests in here, you know what I mean? But before we introduce them, real quick, where's my theme music?
Shout out to my old bros who ain't never do shit. Shout out to my old hoes. Shout out to my new bitch. Shout out to the dealers. Shout out to the careless. Shout out all my niggas.
I was supposed to warn y'all about the theme music part, but I never got around to that. There's no theme music, ladies. It's for me. I need to know that. I hear it in my head. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go around the table. I want you ladies to introduce yourselves. You know what I mean? Let us know where you're from, what you do, who you is. You know what I mean? Give us your social security numbers. That's important.
A little bit of everything.
Everything. I want to start to my left. Who you? What's your name? What up?
My name is Faye.
What up, Faye?
Faye, from the Bronx. I don't know, I got to tell people my whole government and everything. I got a whole different persona at work than I do outside.
No, you ain't got to tell us everything.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all. All right.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Yolanda Yams, and I'm back.
What's up?
Good. How are you?
Hey, you already know, girl.
Shut up.
My name is Vanessa. I am from Queens. I'm from all around, but I'm from Queens.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, from around the way. What's that LL Cool J song?
I'm crying. Round the way, girl.
I was about to say thank you for stopping me.
I got you, champ.
All right. I usually start this off with a question. Usually it's a relationship question. Everybody can relate to this, somewhat to a degree. I'll throw a little easy one in the air. It's nothing too direct, but I wanted to. These questions I usually come up with based off of conversations I have with certain people and whatnot. So here's the question I wanted to know. When it comes to giving relationship advice, who do you feel gives you the best relationship advice, men or women?
That's a good one.
Have you ever gotten relationship advice?
Damn, my brother. That was a good one. You coming out the gate hot, boy.
I've
Damn.
been practicing my swing all week.
All right. You getting that shit right. You perfecting
It's
his
definitely
craft.
not certain women. I could tell you that.
Elaborate.
Like, there's certain friends that you can't go to and talk to them about. I'll take a shot. Talk to them about certain things because they're just immature in that aspect, or they just never experienced it, period. So they just wouldn't know. And girls give girls bad advice most of the time anyway.
I think that's because girls are emotional.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No cap, because I feel like a girl's gonna give you an emotional response sometimes. Either it's an insecurity or
Sometimes.
Agreed.
But
Sometimes.
No, sometimes there's women.
It's most of the time. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
there's
'cause
some women that are really
y'all emotion-based creatures. I can't
emotionally
lie about that.
mature.
They
There's
are.
some women
We
that
are. I know.
So I
You
can't be
know?
mad
I'm
at
petty.
that.
So
Like men gotta
I don't know.
do a little bit more understanding of women, but
But it also
another story
depends
for
on the
another
man. The
time.
man has to be also mature in that aspect. He has to be emotionally mature as well.
I concur.
And he also has to be the type of man that actually has been in serious relationships and wants a serious, in my opinion. Because these motherfuckers
Yeah, I also feel on the flip side, if a lady's not ready to hear something, she's just not ready.
She's in denial.
Not even in denial, but she's just not there yet. And then when she comes around and experiences what she has to experience, everything will make sense.
True.
But you can't tell her certain things if she's not ready to hear it. You get what I'm saying?
No, you're absolutely right.
So
But,
once she gets to a point in her life, she can
Like,
she
she
can
needs to
reflect.
process
No, she can
it.
reflect and be like, damn,
like process,
But as she gets mature.
like
I
process information.
I don't think any guy can give you bad advice. And the reason why I say that is because any advice from a guy,
I'm gonna counter that.
you can learn from it.
Yeah,
You can
that's
learn
absolutely
from
true.
it. So even if the most immature guy gave me advice, right, I'm now learning what guys like this think like.
Mhm.
Even though I won't do it, I won't follow it, but I learned how you move, right? So I guess for me, and any advice or something a guy tells me, I'm learning how you move.
Yeah.
What would a guy like this, think like?
Yeah.
different caliber
Hell
and
no.
think different ways.
They
No.
do.
That's
Can I
true.
hear
No,
something? Can I hear
no.
something from you? That's it.
Yo, I don't know, cause I get advice from men and women. Everybody still got some maturing to do. At the end, I'm gonna listen. No, yo, for real, because I'm gonna listen, but I'm still gonna do what I want to do. And then it's like people be mad. People really, they be mad. It's like they wasted their breath. But it's like I wanted to hear it at that time. But it's like when you think about it, it's like, that sound good. It sound like you want to, but it's like. It's just like that. I can't do that. I'm not ready.
So I was actually
toxic.
having like a conversation similar to this a few days back, and I feel like men are like not gonna tell you to leave your significant other. Like I feel like ladies, on the other hand, when you talk to them, they kind of like fuck that nigga.
Yeah, but
Men are like men, especially if we know that you like that lady.
I don't tell my friends that.
If we know that that's your girl, that's your, we encourage you to like stop doing that. You love that girl, like we give good advice. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna lie, we really give good advice. If men are really men's friend, we really give good advice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
so, I want to counter what
a lot of men are not gonna steer the homies wrong. I'm not gonna lie.
You said that you don't think men give bad advice, which is incorrect. Men that want to have sex with you are going to give you bad advice because they're going to give you any advice that's going to be in their advantage.
That's a little.
Now, if we're talking about men that actually care about you and want the best for you, yes, they're going to give you great advice. So I always say like the difference, like we were talking about this the other day, where it's like the difference between like in relationships when women have issues with their boyfriends, the difference between us and men and women is that when under most circumstances, when y'all have issues, you'll go to your friends and you'll complain about us, right? Like you'll complain about something we did. Oh, like he did this, he did that. And what I was explaining to, Yolanda was this. I'm like, for us, we don't, when we speak to our friends, we don't talk about the women we're with. We'll talk about hoes, girls that we don't care about, but we don't speak about the women we're with, and for a good reason, which is, we don't want our friends to look at you or think of you in a bad way or think of you as a bad person.
It depends on how good of a friend that is, though. Because for me, like most of the people I hang around is my family. I'm
not saying all of us because you know what I'm saying. I'm speaking in general terms. Yeah. But under most circumstances, men, we don't actually go to our friends to talk about the women we're with because we understand like anything that we say about her, it might give him the wrong impression the way y'all always get the wrong impression about us. Like let your friend say anything wrong about her boyfriend. You hate him until they break up. Yeah. That's it. That's how that goes.
We pulling up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's my friend and I'm going to stick beside
him. And then y'all get mad that she stayed with the guy.
Yeah, let us be mad then.
But the whole point is,
if you want to kick down the door, I'll kick down the door with you.
It is.
I'm on whatever my friend is on.
But
it is what it is, right?
That's what sets us apart, though, is that we don't want our friends to be mad at y'all the way y'all want y'all friends to be mad at us. That's the difference. So we'll rather.
And women are quick to nickname men.
I got nicknames. I got nicknames. I love a nickname.
Group chat with nicknames go so crazy.
I love a nickname.
All you gotta do is one thing: big jeans. Now he big jeans, like crazy. He linked with big jeans one
big
time.
Jeans is crazy.
Got a name
big
for
jeans
her
is
dude.
These are the nicknames
for real.
All the time.
All my
These are
exes got an
nicknames.
nickname. All my exes are labeled after the thing I do not like them for, and that's how I know.
Yeah, y'all quick the nickname. That's so funny to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Exes, though, is that everybody, I guess we all had a point in our lives where we were caught up on the last person we were with for whatever fucking reason, right? And I don't remember who I was saying this to. I was like, think about every ex you've ever been with. Are you attracted to them now?
No. Hell no.
Not at all.
Yeah,
at all.
No.
And I guess the point I was trying to make, it was like it's always an upgrade when we get to the next person. Until we're over that person, and then we're not attracted.
I feel like maybe when you're with them, you think they're everything. You're like, oh my God, he's so handsome. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. But then once you start seeing red flags, it's like, yo, you're ugly.
I think
like your aura, your energy. It's like, yo, you're really ugly for real. You a bum.
I think what it is for women though, is that y'all only like what the last thing the guy did for you. Like that's the only thing that counts. Like if the guy has to be consistently on point, like doing something for you. I'm not saying like monetary,
that's
like
a
buying
lie.
you some shit. Oh really?
You already know my situation from the last time, so don't even go there with me.
Listen, as a guy,
I had
you can never
somebody
relax.
pay my rent, buy me stuff, buy me everything that I wanted, take care of my house, all that stuff.
Not enough.
And no, the dude
respect
was
that.
lying the whole
Take care of my
time.
house. Enough is
That motherfucker
wild.
was
Not enough.
look.
Wasn't
See, I even
enough.
got mad.
Lying
How come
the
I
whole
don't
He
get
was
lucky like
lying the
that?
whole time. Like he was dressing other bitches like me, having other bitches wear the same shit as me that he was
deep.
talking
That's
to.
pretty deep
That's,
stuff.
Girl.
that's not
That he
Nah,
was
that's pretty
talking
deep stuff.
to.
I didn't know.
But who was he
He
giving the
whole
lifestyle
story,
to?
See,
Really not me. He was giving it. He was trying to give it to the other bitches or make them think that he could give them that lifestyle or trying to give them a taste of it. Like, oh, if you fuck with me, I could give you a little bit of this. You know what I'm
crash out.
saying? Like, I was like, what the fuck
crash
you
out.
having these bitches look like me, dress like me, wearing the
I
same
am going to
sneakers as
crash
me? Like,
out.
you just want me
I'm
to.
not
I
gonna
threw
lie.
him
That's kind of
out.
sick.
Like, what the
That's
hell?
kind of sick.
Because now you lying. Like, you don't have to
He had to come
lie.
to your house?
It's kind of
Yeah,
sick.
well,
He came to your house?
he was living in my house. I helped him get out of jail, girl, because of COVID and,
and
everything.
he made it out alive of your house?
But he almost died.
I would have
Like,
crashed out. I'm trying to tell you, it was-
he almost
Crash out.
died.
Ain't no
But I
way.
threw all his stuff out of my house, like threw it out. Some of them
Lit
probably
on
went
fire. Everything.
in something like that, but not lit on fire. 'Cause
No, I would have gave it to the homeless. I would have done something.
No,
good.
it was a lot of stuff though.
I did
Hey,
something
girl.
good.
I would've
That's
done
so
something good with
funny.
it.
No, I'm good. But yeah, that doesn't mean nothing. Like he was lying. The whole point was that you're lying. It doesn't matter if you're giving me everything that I want. Like you don't have to lie to do what you. He was already doing enough. Like he was a porn star. You will go home, like go leave the house, go F somebody else for work, and then come home and then you still want to fuck other bitches and lie to me about it.
and
Like
then lay
you didn't
next
have
to me
lie
like nothing
about
ever
it.
happened.
Yeah, like
Been through that before.
I'm okay.
We're not even gonna get into that.
I mean, elaborate if you want.
I ain't gonna say no names.
I'm
Did he make it out alive?
I'm a part-time therapist, by the way.
Unfortunately,
This one is Kevin
Yo,
Samuels.
before we go
Thanks,
forward,
it's Kevin Samuels.
what up, Shira?
Right
What up, Miss Blanco, head
I'm
honcho?
late, but information didn't come to me correctly.
I wonder who that was. Nah, that was me. That was my fault. I ain't gonna lie. I should have. My fault. I apologize.
That's what y'all on? Alright.
Nah. I gave it the wrong info. I told
Nah.
because they all want 8 to 10. I'm like,
Very classy.
8 to 10 would have been
Oh,
valid.
did you want some?
damn.
There was a little
I
traffic.
was drinking the hard stuff.
Absolutely
already.
not.
He was
No
making
cupcake.
comments, I just didn't know.
All right, Shira. So the question I asked was, who? Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Who gives better advice when it comes to dating? Like, let's just say you needed advice. You had a significant other. He was fucking up or whatever, whatnot. Who would you think would give you better advice? A guy friend or a female friend?
A guy friend.
Guy friend. And why would you say that?
I feel like because they know they're like in the mind of a man. So if I ever want to know what they're thinking, I'm gonna go to all my guy friends, and I have a bunch. So I'm gonna ask each one of them the same question to see what their different thoughts about it is.
Now, my question, I always get skeptical when women say guy friends because it's like, are you vetting these guy friends? Because listen, I'm a true believer in all your guy friends want to fuck, unless he's like a gay boy. Like they all want to fuck. Like it is what it is. So it's like
The gay
like
ones
yes,
wanna
a
fuck
guy
too.
is gonna give you the best
To
advice.
an extent.
That's crazy.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, I seen that too.
Yeah,
and that's
but that don't
crazy.
mean they.
There's a lot of
crazy.
But they know
bisexual men
they
that wanna
ain't gonna fuck. So
Like,
that's what I'm
go
saying. Like
Listen,
they don't give a
A
fuck.
lot of guy friends stick
I've seen a
around
lot.
because it's not about.
Yeah.
It's about. You ever heard of the short con and the long con?
No.
I've seen
I
a
like the
lot
way you
of.
sucked your teeth. You're so-
Because I
She
feel
heard.
like, okay, so what?
it's
I
a
mean,
long con.
But for girls, you think that some of our guy friends we wouldn't want to have sex with either, but we just know how to be,
That's
You got
crazy.
self control.
Yeah,
That's
know
crazy.
Are they-
I like my guy
are they
friends
real-
to be my guy friends.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Because I don't have a lot of those guy friends that don't want to fuck me.
I hate to break it to y'all. They all
Wanna fuck. I say that all the
They
time.
all want to nail
Yeah,
y'all to the
realistic.
cross.
And with
I'm
that
sorry.
being said,
I believe it.
here's a
Sorry to
good
say.
follow-up
I
question.
believe it.
Does that make them actually a real friend?
No.
Do you have a real friendship? Is the real
No.
question?
No, it's definitely not a real friendship.
It's okay. You
It's
can,
some-
It's
okay.
not.
It's
I don't know.
something.
I have-
Don't
I
get me
have-
wrong.
My opinion is just not.
That's a trick
No,
question.
No,
Hear
don't
it.
get me wrong. There's certain exceptions, but that man had to have found that girl.
Okay,
like,
what about this? Can I ask a
at a
question?
point,
How about
like,
this?
ew.
How about this?
You
How
had to
about
look-
if it's a guy that you grew up with and you guys grew up together, nothing ever happened. You guys
Hypothetical.
never, just saying. And then like, you know, she gets married, he gets married to different people, but y'all still part of the family. They still come over. What, that don't happen? That happens.
All right,
That happens
it
all
does,
the
but
time.
let me tell you something,
I'm
right?
gonna speak on it.
Just like women get the ick, I feel like if a man really put a lady in a friend zone, he had to say ill at some point. To her. Like, he had to say ill at
Yeah,
some
but he
point
wanted to
her.
fuck at some
And
point
not
though.
even- Yeah, but
Yeah,
but then when
yeah.
he seen certain shit, like, oh, I'm her friend, like,
And just like with a male, if
and
I
you-
see a guy,
So it's just that's what I'm saying.
same thing.
I think y'all would think it's
Okay,
different.
my thing is though, have you ever have you ever started a friendship, but your intentions at first were not good, but then you, after hanging out, you're like, you know what, I actually like you.
With the
Yeah,
with the
that happens
opposite
too.
sex.
Anybody.
that happens too.
No.
Starting off
But
as you
with
starting
most
off
of
as
the time-
friends.
No,
Y'all cross
once
that
I'm-
line
Once
to
I'm
realize
attracted
that
to you, I
That's
just be
usually
like,
how
yo,
male friendships
I holla.
happen.
You never like
No, keep it real. That's how male friendships
but you
normally
never hung out
happen.
with somebody and you're like, I really don't like you for real, but
that's
we in
usually-
the same crowd.
But we good. But we good as friends.
Yeah, but eventually you start becoming more closer to them and their personality.
But
gives
that
you the
wouldn't
ick.
that be an acquaintance
All right.
at first
Let me
What
give
if
instead
you
of a
guys start getting
friendship?
close?
I don't know. I have friendships with males where we are attracted. We might flirt, stuff like that. But I could never take it there with you because I would never want to lose the friendship that we have.
But,
No.
but
But it's not a
that's
real
somewhat
friendship.
you still.
It is
have
no. It would because like because we're good friends. I have one friend that I'm really good friends with. Everybody thinks we should be
Based
together,
off of
but
what though? What's the foundation
But why
of your
don't you want to
friendship?
be with him?
no,
No.
because we're really good as friends. Like
No.
I could laugh, we could laugh, we could
We're asking the
kiki.
wrong questions here.
Yeah,
What is the-
like y'all try to set me up.
What is the
Y'all try to set me
foundation of
up.
your friendship?
I just wanted to ask.
Foundation is I could be genuine with that person or any male. I could be genuine with them. I could talk to them. Like some guys, they be doing too much. They might want to try to take it there and try to test the waters, but there's a time when you just gotta like separate yourself from that.
So you're pretty much saying that the friendship is predicated off of whether you will let him smash or not. Pretty much, nothing else.
I'm not gonna. No, you trying to set me up? That's a setup.
So let me
That's a
take that
setup.
question back.
Yeah,
Let me take that question back.
Women are the
rephrase
ones-
that.
Do you think? Do you think?
Because if I want to kill, I'm gonna kill.
Okay, but what
Yeah.
if you don't find that in somebody else in the next few years? You only find that in him.
All right, so I might spin the block.
Okay, okay.
But I'm not saying that I am. But
Spin the block.
it's the Faye effect.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, like this same guy that you're saying that's your friend, right? Would there be a friendship if there wasn't a possibility of you actually? Because you laid it down by saying, all right, we flirt. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You have a little sexual attraction between you, obviously, if you're flirting. Take that away. You think you'd have a friendship with him?
I do.
I mean,
A
you
strong
could flirt
friendship
and not
I
be
do.
attracted to somebody.
I do.
Literally.
You
I
could
do.
flirt and not be attracted to
Girls get all
somebody.
They telling all their secrets tonight, y'all.
I don't agree
Now,
with none
keep
of
it
them.
up,
Can I give y'all some game?
Keep it up, y'all.
Can I give y'all some?
No,
Listen.
fellas.
Can I give y'all
I
some
don't know. I'm
game?
pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Let me give
Take
y'all some
notes,
game,
fellas.
yo. Every guy, if he's not gay, if he is your friend, he wants to have sex with you. If he's not doing business with you, if you don't have any sort of common goals or interests, he wants to have sex with
Even
you.
the business guys want to
And
fuck
let me,
you.
not all of them.
I mean,
because
I don't know.
Sometimes some men we're very good at compartmentalizing certain things. But let me give you a perfect example though. No, we are. But let me give you an example. Have you ever seen a guy with a girlfriend that wasn't attractive
So an ugly nigga with a girlfriend,
with an ugly female friend?
A pretty guy with an ugly girl.
friend or girlfriend, like an actual friend.
Female friend.
Okay,
So an ugly
You ever
dude,
seen it?
wait, a
Yeah,
ugly dude with
I've
an
seen-
ugly
seen it.
girl?
Not really. No.
guys
never
with
seen
ugly
it.
female friend. Oh, I've seen it in the
And
Bronx
the only
for
time
sure.
you ever see it, the only time you ever see it is when the guy finds that girl completely repulsive. Not saying that he's like, oh, I hate her, but he just there's no attraction.
That's
Like
At
a
some
girl,
point,
like a
he
girl
said ill
who do
to
too
her,
much.
like,
Yeah, like
Absolutely. At some
like a
point,
girl who
said,
just do too much. Like, oh, I would never
You
touch
know
that.
what?
So yeah, I guess ill is
Look at
the.
every guy friend that if you ever talk to a guy, he'd be like, oh, I got female friends. Ask him what the girl looks like, or just show me what she look like. I bet you she's not ugly, ever.
And he want.
Ever.
And you mean to tell me that he
That's
won't want
true.
fuck, or he probably has fuck?
We don't chill with women we're not attracted to. We won't even put the idea in our heads like, oh, let me hit up Big Shirley real quick.
Big
See if she
Shirley
want to
is
go kick
crazy.
it.
Big Shirley
Black
go crazy.
Not
Shirley,
no
what?
Big Shirley.
Honestly, I think a guy can still be my friend whether he wanted to have sex with me or not. I don't.
Because you kept
Because
you
I
keep him
know
in that
it's
space.
my
But you
choice.
did that. It's
Yeah.
your choice to do
no, see,
that.
there
It
you
wouldn't
go.
be
But you know,
There
then
you go.
we'll never have
you
friends
go.
then if
There you
Always-
go.
it's always
Because
a woman's choice.
friendship is a two-way street. Friendship, no, but that's relationships. There you go. Friendship is a two-way street. Two-way street. There's benefits.
You
should be on
can't fuck
both
the
sides.
dudes that you're friends with.
No, you can't.
You can't. Like, you can't keep it a friendship either. It doesn't work.
Alright,
Those
so do y'all-
situationships
I
don't
agree. I
work.
can't
Yeah.
be friends with
They
somebody
don't
that I had
last.
sex with.
Yeah.
I can't
So
be
I
chilling
got
with them. I
another-
can't do
oh,
none of
that's what I was
that
about
shit.
to ask.
Before-
Like,
hold that
so do you
question.
feel like you can be? I'm sorry, but
Go
do you feel like you can have sex with a man and then realize like maybe be better as friends?
Yeah.
and
Hell
stay-
no.
and
We better off as
stay
nothing.
friends. Like
Like,
No,
We better off at
just
nothing.
leave
No,
me
women can do that.
alone.
Women
I
can't
feel like
I'm friends with
I don't
friends
really
with
wanna be
some
their friend.
ex-partners.
I could be-
that.
If your sex
I
is
feel-
bad, then yeah, I want to be your friend.
Did I not say that earlier today on Instagram?
But if your
Mid.
sex is good, like no, like I'm gonna be a little possessed with it because you know I'm Caribbean, so it's like, like
if
you
it's
know,
bad, we're friends. You're
if
friend
we're
zone.
yeah, you're friend
You're
zone to the
friend
like.
zone.
I don't even think I even
Can
want
I
to
give
share
y'all
it
what the
back to
equivalent
y'all.
of a male friend zone is to y'all?
What?
When a guy just only wants to have sex with you.
That's a friend
That's
zone.
what the friend zone is to us. You want
That's
to know what
not
the
a
friend zone is
all
to
the
us?
time,
You
because
wanna know
then
what
it
the friend
becomes a
zone is?
situation.
I'll give you a perfect
Then
example.
it becomes
Let me give you a perfect
like
example.
gatekeeping. Then it
Okay.
becomes all that
The
crap.
friend
Yes, it
zone is
does.
like
fuck
going
that.
to work
No.
for 5 days. You got to go to this job 5 days. You gotta really show up on time. You got to do the job. And payday come around, you get mad excited, and your boss, who is the girlfriend, this is the boss. This is payday. You looking for a check, and you know what she hands you? EBT.
oh shit!
And you know what she tells you?
That shit still shooting.
You should be
Give me
good because it's the
I
next
love
best
me a
thing.
eat better today.
Now, if you knew you were supposed to get paid in cash,
Yeah, that's
but you
good
got
shit.
paid in EBT, would you be happy with that?
No.
Absolutely.
None of you would. None of you would.
Then we're
That's
gonna have to
exactly
look
what
for
the
that
friend
next
zone
spot
is,
that I
ladies.
could trade my food stamps in for
that's-
cash.
I was just gonna say that.
Look, it's loopholes.
These ladies is
We gonna
thinking-
figure it
I
out.
was like,
We gonna sell
I'm
these
like, we're gonna
stamps. We
sell
gonna
the
do
stamp
something.
Yeah, you can hustle.
I'm gonna
You
sell
can
these
hustle it
stamps.
out.
I don't know.
I'll
You know
find
how
a
much
way.
the
You
price
just
of
gotta
eggs
get that
are?
extra step.
Better get on.
This is an analogy.
You got to
ladies.
do the extra step.
Nah.
But we find solutions over here.
What
We're
I'm
finding
trying to say
solutions.
is that's how we look at the friend zone. You're not always looking to have sex with your guy friends, especially the ones that you purposefully friend zone. Most guys never get out the friend zone. Let's call it what it is. So that's how
Never.
we look at it. So when every woman has this story, all of you at least once or twice. have dealt
ASAP
with
Rocky
a
got
guy.
out the friend zone with Rihanna.
He
He was in the
I'm not even in that tax bracket to be even judging what they do.
Friend
Take a
zone.
sip for that one.
That
Yeah,
anomaly is not the standard though. That was like
That was the same
that was like an
reaction.
exception. I'm not even gonna lie. And he fucking ASAP. Like, he ASAP Rocky.
I'm just saying.
He's in a different tax bracket.
Happened
Yeah, I
What I'm
can't.
saying is when
I can't think
y'all
about
all
that.
have a story of dealing
Yeah,
with
she's
a
a
nigga in your life.
billionaire.
You just told one about living with a fuckboy.
Yeah.
I know a couple of your fuckboy stories in the past. All of you have a story about a nigga who was a fuckboy, who did some fuckboy shit, right? And who pretty much used you for the box. Every woman has a story for this. There's no shame in it. The point is that feeling of being used for the box and dealing with guys that only want to have sex with you, that is the equivalent of the friend zone. It's the same fucking thing. Because obviously you want more. You want to know what's the opposite of that for women? Having guy friends. Having a guy friend is way more important than a girl actually having a boyfriend. That shit is way more important for y'all than having a boyfriend. Because you want to know what a guy friend does for y'all?
Everything.
Push
It
it
makes-
into perspective.
It makes you look way more interesting. You want to know why? Because you actually have a male around you who is straight, who actually just wants to be your friend and not fuck. How interesting do you have to be as a person to have that type of
You know
person in your
what?
life?
I mean,
Sense of
you,
hidden
I
makes you look way more
can't
interesting.
I can't even be mad because that makes perfect sense. Because when it's like I don't know, because like if you see me, you look at me. If a guy is around me and they have not done anything with me, they're gonna look at me like, yo, like how you ain't do that yet?
True.
They gonna look. They
Look
really.
so
They
much
gonna
more
look at them like that.
interesting. When you have guy friends, it makes you look better than having a boyfriend. Any of y'all can get a boyfriend. Any of you can get a boyfriend. But
That is not
having a
true.
genuine guy friend,
That's a lie.
you can go
The
outside
way-
and find a guy off the street.
With
but
that-
you
Not
need
a
boyfriend.
guy, not a boyfriend.
Any of you
I need
need
a boyfriend.
Any of you
Yeah,
can get a
that's not.
boyfriend.
That would
Any of
never
you can get a
happen.
boyfriend.
Oh, I need
That'd
a
be a new
boyfriend. It's
one.
gonna come and it's gonna happen.
Exactly, but the point is
Mentira.
that's not.
Let's
That's
see.
nunca.
We'll see.
Lying.
We're not
We
talking
about
about.
to
We're not
experiment.
talking about choices. What I'm saying is, any of you can
Choices.
get. Any of you can get a boyfriend. If any of you wanted to be married today or tomorrow,
There's plenty of fish in the
walk
sea.
outside.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
just
be
that
married
the
by
choices that we
tomorrow.
might have might not be
It
it.
might not be
Yeah.
the choices you want. The point
Yeah.
is, you got me fucked up.
They definitely. Yeah.
I'm just saying that's just the equivalent, ladies. So I want y'all to keep that in mind when you have these guy friends. Yes, he is around. Now I'm not saying that you
She
don't.
thinking about it.
I'm not.
now.
I know.
I'm
I'm
not-
not.
I don't know. I am because
I'm not
it's
saying
making
these-
sense now. It's
I'm not
making
saying
a
that
little
they don't
sense.
care about you.
Anything.
I'm not saying these men don't care about you, but
But if they could care a little
Every
bit
man
more,
want to
they
fuck.
would.
That's it. Period.
every guy wants to have sex.
They all
From the
wanna
guy that
fuck.
wants to be with you for the rest of his life to the guy that don't give a fuck about you. Every guy that is straight wants to have sex with you.
But I feel like girls also have those intentions.
I was just
too,
gonna
so
say
I
that
don't-
too.
It doesn't like.
Not
I
the
mean,
same.
I'm telling
You
y'all,
What do you
fellas.
mean?
I don't want to fuck every guy that I look at.
Notes tonight,
What?
fellas.
What do
But
you
you say
mean?
there's no good-
I
When
can't.
I was
That's
not
crazy.
ready for a
That's no- that's a
relationship,
question.
when
I'm
I
gonna
was
cut
not
you
ready
off.
for a
Gotta crack that
relationship,
shot.
when I was not ready for a relationship, I was out here fucking these niggas and out, and it would be so hurt. Like
How
you don't
long
want to
did that
stay
last?
like 2 years.
That
you don't
that
wanna-
whole
you
phase
don't
go
wanna
crazy.
stay
I ain't
with
gonna
me?
lie.
You don't want to
It's not
stay
that
with me?
long.
No, I
Nah,
don't
I'm
want
gonna
to
tell
stay.
you
whole-
what happened.
You don't want to cook. No, I don't want to cook for you.
Master
Like, you don't-
manipulator.
No, go away.
After
I
those
want to
2
go
years,
home. Bye.
What happened
Call
to her
my Uber.
happened to all of you.
Have
You
you
wanna know
call
what
my
happened?
Uber?
They want it love.
Yeah.
Call my
Yeah.
Uber.
They wanted
Call
love.
my
They
They had
wanted
that
their heart
hole
touched.
that y'all needed to fulfill.
A hole.
I don't even need you to
I
call
did
my
not
Uber.
have a
I'm
hole.
I like how you put
There
that.
was no hole. I knew what I wanted, and I didn't want a relationship. I just wanted dick,
The point
and
is,
that's what I got.
women
And
can-
that's it. And I went home, and
Listen,
I was fine.
I'm not
and
saying
I went
that-
to work the next day.
I'm not saying
nothing
that.
ever happened.
See, she just don't
I
want to
don't
say
say-
nothing
I
though.
don't say
Her looks could kill though.
That's true.
She,
my thoughts are on
She
my
over
face.
there
I really
like-
can't help it.
I'm not saying that women can't
help
have
it.
fuck buddies
Understandable.
or dick appointments. I'm not saying that y'all can't do it. I know women that can
But
do
then
it.
when the girl doesn't want a relationship
Here's
with y'all get butthurt.
Here's
Like,
the
oh,
difference,
you
though.
don't want? No,
That's
I don't
very-
want you.
That's very
Whatever.
rare. But here's the
Very
difference.
rare. All
Here's
the
the
time.
difference. Y'all can't do it long term like we can. Eventually,
That's true.
no, you can't. You
Somebody
can't. None of
catches
you can.
feelings.
None of you
Not
can.
me, but-
Y'all can like some women can do it longer than others. But the point is the way we can do it, like we can go years. If we got like a consistent 1 or 2 girls that we can just fuck on, a guy is fine.
That's
we can go
easy though.
Not for
maybe
a lot.
for you. Maybe
Alright.
for you. We're gonna make you the
Okay.
exception of the rule.
Sing
But
with-
under normal circumstances, most women, it's gonna like think about it like this. If you're just fucking a guy, you're not in a relationship with him, right? You're just fucking him, right? You're fucking him. But then you might not even like this nigga, but you found out that this nigga is not only into another girl, but he's buying her mad shit, taking her places, treating her a certain way. Treating her, no, hear me out.
ding,
Treating her a certain
Look.
way. You go that whole
Take out to eat,
But let me
fuck her,
finish.
and that's
Let me
it.
land
And
this
go
plane, though.
home.
Let me
Like,
land this
feed
plane.
'em, you know,
Let me land this
like,
plane,
They
though.
still gonna
it's
feel
okay.
away.
You're
Don't
gonna
even
feel
do that.
away.
They
You're gonna
still need
feel
to
away.
get
You want to know
fed.
why?
I get
Because
That they still need to get
Why
fed.
is he not doing that for me?
I want to get.
you're
fed
gonna
up.
feel
So it's
away
like-
because you're gonna realize that wait a minute, he saw another girl more valuable than me. You're gonna feel away no matter how you felt
That's
about
the
him previous
emotional.
before you knew that information.
I ain't gonna lie. I would.
Once you find that out, you're gonna be like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't
I
feel like
would.
giving him pussy no more.
I would.
I don't feel like fucking this nigga no more because why am I giving him pussy for free and he's giving her everything? You ain't gonna flip up. You ain't gonna switch after
But
that.
I wouldn't say that's an emotional thing. I'd
That's
be like,
very
yo, hold
emotional.
Your emotions will
That's
be tied to
very
that
emotional.
decision.
You know what's crazy? Men
That's
don't give a
a-
fuck about none of that.
Smart.
That's
They care about none of
a
that.
golden opportunity for a man. Like
Thank
is
you.
roles reversed.
Just want to fuck.
Like if
and
I,
leave?
yeah, what?
Yeah,
What
that's
are you talking about?
niggas say I like her.
That
Niggas say I like her. No
That's
strings
fine.
attached.
her boyfriend buying her
That's
everything. I
fine.
just gotta.
I have
When she
no
call
problem
me,
with that.
answer. Why not?
I mean,
That's so funny.
I ain't gonna like
That's
that's
actually so
definitely.
funny.
Sometimes you call him picking up.
Women would definitely feel
Literally.
away though. Like you can't like be honest, ladies.
What?
There's definitely people that I can call, and I don't gotta talk to them, and I can call them
But it's
randomly, and they
not
always with it.
long-term. Eventually,
Yeah, they like
you're gonna
that though.
feel away,
They like
even
that
if-
you're not a, that you in your zone.
Exactly.
You in your lane. They
Exactly.
like that.
And even if we don't find out that even if you didn't find out there was another guy or another girl that he was into that was doing all this stuff for, eventually you're gonna get to a point where you're like, and all women feel this way. It's like you can't even tell me different. All women get to a point where they feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I can just keep fucking this guy, just keep giving my body to this guy who is not mine, who I'm not with. Like,
I'm gonna get bored
all
eventually.
women get to that
Definitely.
point. Men, we get to that point too, but it takes us way longer for that shit to hit us than for y'all.
I believe it.
Yeah, it takes us years for like, and sometimes some men less because a lot of men are lonely, so that's different. But for y'all, cause keep this in mind too. Y'all can get sex whenever y'all want. Y'all can, like I said, it's the same
So
thing
can
as
a
having a
man.
boyfriend. No, it's
No.
not.
Every man
that's
don't got
true.
that sauce. I'm not gonna lie, especially post pandemic.
somebody for
It's a
everybody.
little, it's a
No,
little
there
different
isn't.
out here, fellas.
You wanna know
It's
why?
true,
You
you're
wanna know
right.
why?
That's
I'ma tell you
very-
why.
Post pandemic, yeah.
Men
I'ma
don't
tell you
approach
why.
women anymore.
It's a
After the
Pandemic?
pandemic, it's a
Very
little
different.
Because
things are just
average
different now.
because average women
Things
think
are
they're better than
different
average
after-
men. That's
Yeah.
why
A
pandemic?
average women went
Things been different now.
way above average men. That's
Okay.
that's what fucked the game up.
Oh.
It's not to say that you should settle. That's not what I'm saying. But what really messed the game up is social media, and it gave people too much.
A full sense of
Well, not even
A
full,
lot of
but that, but options. Too
A
many,
lot of
too much
shit.
options.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
even
there's a lot of
restaurants,
options.
even restaurants have these issues where
But
if
it's
you
not
give
real
people too
options.
many options, you're actually gonna
Get
mess your
overwhelmed.
business. There you go. People, it's choice. It's called choice something. Don't quote me on nothing right now. Seriously, I'm drinking too. But if you give people too many options, they become overwhelmed and they get to a point where they don't feel like choosing. That's why a lot of restaurants, they keep their menu short, 1 to 4 on the menu. That's it. They don't OD with that shit. So when you got social media, you think about women yourselves, like the world just opened up to you. You think about a girl in Nebraska who was probably the baddest chick in her town, but if she comes to New York, she's probably like a 4.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
believe it. Yeah.
she's probably like a 4, like you know what I'm saying? And then the numbers keep climbing as you go. So it's like the game changed dramatically, and for men, it didn't help us because even the best of us, I was telling you the other day, even the average girl, the type of men, the type of attention that y'all get from men is equivalent to the attention that celebrity men get from women. It's equivalent. What the type of attention celebrity men get from women, that's the attention that y'all get from men. Regularly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
It is
just
true.
it's
You
no
know,
I don't
different.
know. I be feeling
You know,
like I'm
I
a fan
I
favorite
was watching
sometimes.
a show on Netflix,
Oh,
and I'm
that's
thinking,
men too.
I think it was like the new.
Ooh, I love me
creepy
Denzel.
too. They be creepy.
I love
all the
me
men
Denzel.
on there were fine. They
And
had
he
a lot,
old.
well-rounded, and they still didn't get their balloons popped. I mean, they still didn't get a match.
That balloon pop shit is crazy.
But like,
It's so
but if
crazy
you
to
saw
me.
them on live, they were fine. They were like
You know what it
business,
is?
money, all the things, and none of them had matches.
You
I
were
don't
on the
understand.
show.
I actually don't understand it because
Yeah,
I watch
she
the
was on the
balloon
show.
pop frequently.
Yeah, it's a little.
You were on the show, so give us your experience. Like,
For the one here in New York, I mean, it's kind of hard because it is like speed dating, but in person. Like, you know, you're just gonna have to go through and you have to just judge off of what. And I
Okay.
feel like that's what's also fucked up about dating apps. But
Yeah.
anyways, like I just feel like it's like as soon as you hear something, you have to make a choice, right? And that's kind of not realistic when you're looking for
Yeah,
relationships because if I heard something from you that I didn't like, right? I can't just be like, oh, fuck this. I'm
Yeah,
out.
that's
Like,
what
that's
I
not
always
realistic.
say that. Like, you kind of gotta. I feel like they don't give enough grace. Like in these situations, it's like, all right, a red flag is a red flag, but certain things they pop in because it's like it's not even that heavy.
But it's
So
because you
like,
have options. You can pop. It don't matter. Like if I don't like nothing about you, I can go to the next dude and be like, all right.
But
does
that's
he
how
have
you
it?
end up with
Like,
with nothing. And I feel like why haven't people watched the show and realized that by now?
but that's why you have a lot of single people though, because we out here with.
Then
so many
everybody's gonna be
options.
single forever. We're just gonna live long,
It's
lonely
silly. This
lives.
shit silly, y'all.
did you end up
Because-
leaving with anybody on the show?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, so
How did that go?
Congratulations.
But you know,
Look.
but you know
How did that go?
How that go?
Because like you know what, like for me it's really not that, like I'm not too picky, you know. I'm not gonna dissect a person and be like, all right, you don't have, I'm an arms girl, you don't have a lot of arm muscle. We can work on that. There's
Don't
things
point at
I
me.
feel
We
like
go to the gym together.
not
baby.
you, I didn't mean you specifically, but you
She
know,
was
we
like,
could
no,
we could like work on things that I like. I honestly
Really
feel,
like that.
Yeah, but some people, when it's
Okay.
like some people don't want to change though.
but I feel like if someone really fucks with you, they're willing to change. For
That's
you. They're
true.
willing to. Willing
But
to
then
do
they'll be
things.
like,
They
why
gotta
you
do
don't
that on
love
their
me?
own, though.
It depends on
Like,
the
Oh, I
severity.
hear that all the time, girl.
Like arms is like that's like my new.
it's about
A person's
confidence.
gonna change if they want to
Oh,
change.
really?
That's
It's a little like
But okay, I could. Okay, when I like someone or when I see someone who has potential, I can work with their flaws because eventually, and I know no matter
I like
what,
working with their flaws.
Whatever,
I'm not working
over
with nobody's
time,
flaws. I'm
better.
sorry. I'm not the one. I'm not fixing nobody. I'm not helping nobody.
I'm not building nobody. I'm not building nobody no more.
But it's not about building them. But that's not about building them. The person that you
so what we
want,
got from this is
the person that you want is gonna want to.
yes, they will.
They're gonna want to do it.
I'm not interested in building no man. I'm not doing that no
It's not
more.
about building them. It's not about building.
Yeah,
It's not always a
You're
build.
seeing it
'cause some-
wrong. You're
A
seeing
guy
it
will
wrong.
adjust to
What
what
do you
I'm
consider-
not
How am
about.
I seeing
It's
it? Like,
not about
You don't
What do you
think men-
consider-
You don't
Not
think
making
men look
sense.
at certain things and be like,
it's not
damn,
making sense.
this could be better. Like I could.
I mean,
you
if we
feel me?
communicate.
It's a two-way
Yeah,
street.
that's
I feel
what
like a
I'm
lot of
saying.
ladies
You
don't always
communicate.
realize that.
I feel
Like
like
the
it.
same
I've
way
had
you analyzing a
conversations.
man and thinking about certain shit that you lack and he lack.
That's a
It's the same
conversation
way
I
a man
had.
is. Men are not that vocal though, so we're not gonna be like.
And that's
this
the problem.
this.
They'll learn
And
over
that's the
time.
problem.
Well, then that's one of the flags.
No,
baby.
it's
If
not
you're
a
not supposed to
problem,
speak up, I'm
'cause
out.
if a
Like,
man
what
is-
are we? How we gonna
if
fix
a man is
it?
that
How we gonna
vocal-
You
fix
gotta
it?
help work
If a
him
man
with
is that
that.
vocal,
You gotta
then
help
what y'all
him with
call him?
that. Cause not all men are
Emotional.
like that.
Yeah,
Valid.
we can't. So
Valid.
that's
I
why
like
men-
I like
that's
somebody
why
who
men don't say
communicates. I'm
too
big on
much.
communication.
That's why
so-
men
Yeah,
don't
me
say
too.
too much.
You
We
like
say
men
a
communicating
man that
on paper.
understands says
No,
You
enough.
don't like it
no.
in you don't like it
I
in,
do. You know what I'm
in
saying?
practice.
Not too
Honestly,
much.
honestly, all my
I want a man to
relationships, a guy has
communicate.
always like
What's your sign?
adjusted
Cancer.
to things that I
Oh,
like because he
this one
liked me.
too.
So
Oh, man.
June Cancer.
I mean, I can't say
You're
that a
June
man will
26th?
change because men have
She's
changed
She's
for me.
spoiled,
I
chat.
can't- I
She's
am
spoiled.
Say that one more
I
time.
am.
Yo.
She's spoiled. I hear that shit.
Wait, what did
Hey.
you say? Say that
What's
again.
wrong with being
I
spoiled?
said that in all my relationships,
Nothing wrong
a
with
guy
that.
has adjusted to things that I like. So that's how I know
But
that a
that's
man will
fine.
change for you. Like I just
And
feel
I'm
like
sorry,
Not every
where-
girl is
where you
different,
from?
though.
Guyana?
Can I
I'm Guyanese.
can I
Every
push back
girl
on
is
that?
definitely different.
Where are these guys now?
Sean, okay.
Where are these guys now?
but these are all
Yeah,
my
exactly.
choices.
Exactly.
Nah, yeah,
Okay,
Exactly.
it wasn't.
okay.
It wasn't
It's
those
okay to
things
be
that
spoiled.
ended.
It's
No,
okay.
no,
You don't like that.
Come
Exactly.
on,
We don't
nah,
like
nah.
what?
I like.
Being
I
What
appreciate
that shit that she just pointed out.
You would
That
have
shit.
still been there, honestly.
That's not
You
it.
all you mentioned.
Not it,
You
though.
just
What-
mentioned that these guys were human carpets in a nice way.
But those are
That's
human
all you
carpets.
mentioned.
But that's not what ended it, though.
That's kinda
It's
what
not
she-
what ended
I
it.
just said it in a nice way.
That
though.
is not what ended
But
it.
it has something to do with it. I'm not gonna. We can't sit here and say that it didn't.
No, it did not.
Listen.
It did not.
I'ma
Look,
tell you how I
the
know
last
this.
person that I broke up with was
Go for it.
because his family was way too involved. It wasn't anything
Oh,
about
I hate
him.
that.
I just
I
didn't
hate
like
that.
Yeah,
that
I
his
don't like
his
that.
mom was always involved. They always had too much to say.
We'll skip that
Oh, I
part.
don't like
What
And
about
then
the
he
guy
had
before?
baby mama drama. It was not
Skip
him.
that part.
What about the,
It was
The
not
guy
him.
before.
It
what
was
about the guy
not
before
him.
him? Let's get to the guy before
It
him.
was the
He's
people.
definitely-
The guy before him.
Uh-huh.
The baby mama drama was definitely him.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
telling you.
That's his fault.
No. Legit, she was crazy. I'm not. I will, and I promise
And
you,
that's
I'm a
on him
baby
because he
mama
didn't control
myself.
that.
No, there's
His
some
baby
mamas
mama
that don't
was
let go.
out of
You had that
control. I'm talking about
situation.
stalking social media.
I had that situation years ago.
Stealing
Yeah.
mail.
That was
So
different.
you
Shit like
should
yeah,
understand.
she was
No.
crazy.
But I was
That's
skipping that
actually
part.
great
I wanted to
heights.
get to the part, the other guys.
Yeah, the
Why are they not
guy
around?
before him,
Uh-huh.
he was my high school sweetheart. So it was different. Like we got together when I was 15.
And how old are you now?
So y'all didn't see
26.
each other through
Okay, so
everything.
you-
And
Not
so
too far
at
off.
this point, we kind
11
of like
years.
grew into different people. He was like a military man, and he wanted that lifestyle, like all American lifestyle, and I wanted to do what I'm doing now.
wanted
Like
to
I
hoe?
want to be modeling and like I don't know.
What?
You are horrible.
I heard that.
It was meant to be heard.
I heard it.
So
No, y'all grew.
No,
you
no,
wanted
no.
to do your own thing.
yeah, he
yeah.
wanted to like
Yeah,
he
see?
didn't like what I liked.
She
So
wanted
we
to
were
be
just totally
outside.
different people.
All I'm saying is this.
I'm not
Exactly.
opposed.
So you're saying that you've been in 2 relationships because you're only mentioning 2.
Yes, too.
So that's not a great sample size to go off
I
of.
was with someone
But let's
for
be-
8 years.
But I'm gonna be honest
That's
with
tough.
you. That whole
Yeah, you need a break for
that
you.
whole I like guys that are. What did she say again? I want to quote her on this.
That she
She likes
basically
guys
said, I
that
like
change
niggas that do
for
what
her.
I say.
That
Yeah,
chick,
do
I
what
never
I
say,
said
do.
that. That is not.
That sounded correct.
That's what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all.
All right,
That's not what I heard.
guys that
That's
adjust
not
to
what
your
I
life.
They have.
heard.
Oh, I felt like they really liked me because they've always adjusted to what I like.
Now I'm gonna push back on that. I'm gonna tell you why.
That's crazy.
That I don't think that's what you
Interesting.
want in your
What are you
life.
trying to say?
No, I'm gonna tell you that's not what you
That's
want in your
interesting.
life, and I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I'm gonna go down a list of reasons, but you want a guy that's stronger than you.
Yes.
You want a guy that's taller than you?
Taller, I don't know. That doesn't. I mean,
Would
taller
you
than
like
me.
to
I'm
be with
5'4", so look,
Would you like to be with a guy who is taller than you?
I mean, it kind of has to.
Would
be.
you want to be with a guy who is smarter than you?
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Oh, that matters.
Would you want to be with a guy who's dumber than you?
That matters.
Would you want to be with a guy who's dumber than you? Then it matters.
I was
Yeah,
with
that's what I'm
someone who was
saying.
like not as smart as me, and it was fine.
But y'all not together.
They're not together no more.
So that means that he did everything that
So
you
yes,
wanted him
you
to
want
do.
a guy smarter than you. You want a guy who's very competent, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I'm glad we established that. All right. So glad we established that. This guy that you're talking about, that you want to be with, all right, he is not the type of guy who is going to bend and adjust his life to who you are. He's the type of guy you bend and adjust your life to who he is. That's the type of guy you want to be with. That's the guy you just described.
She's gonna have to
correct me
really
if I'm
like
wrong.
him to bend that.
Yeah.
No. But that's the whole
I have
point.
to really
That's
love
the whole
him.
point.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
what
I
I'm
broke
saying.
it down of this type of guy. We
She
didn't.
has to really like
I feel like
him,
both
not
sides
him
have to
have
adjust
She is
to
going
be-
to automatically like this guy because
But
we
I
just
want
went down
that.
this list.
But I want that.
both parties to adjust. Not everybody's not
That's
perfect.
not how it works.
Everybody's
That's
not
not how it
perfect.
works.
woman has to
That's
be
not how it
submissive
works.
to the man.
I don't know. I'm a Cancer and I'm submissive.
I agree with the level
I'm
of
submissive.
submission.
And
I
I'm
agree with
submissive
that.
to the
To a
right
point.
person.
To the right person. Yeah.
I am.
But if you want me to just bend
But I
completely
don't-
for
that's what
another
all women say.
person,
It's not
that's
about bending for
wild.
another person, but at the end of the day, with the person you described, it might not sound great, but you described a person who is better than you in every way possible. In almost every way, if not every way.
I just feel like relationships don't work out unless the guy likes the girl more.
Relationships
I
don't
say
work
the
out unless the
same
girl.
thing.
No.
Correct. It's the
I
opposite.
say the
I
same
don't
thing.
agree. Can I
It's
tell you-
not the opposite.
I can prove
It's
it.
not
I can
the-
prove it in real time.
It's not the
I can prove it in
opposite.
real
Prove it
time.
then.
Oh my
Prove it.
god.
I want to hear
I'm
it.
not the
going to
opposite.
ask you this question, and it's going to sound crazy in your head.
I'm crying.
It's going to sound so crazy to you when
Me
I
and
ask
you
this
have
question.
had this discussion already many.
I'm going to ask you this
many
question.
times.
It's going to
And I
sound
keep telling
it's
you,
going to
you
sound
are
crazy.
wrong.
Hear me out.
You
A
are
man doesn't
wrong.
like a girl.
He's
Wrong.
wrong.
Who gets bored more in a
He's wrong.
relationship, a man or woman?
Woman.
What?
Man.
Exactly.
I feel like a man.
Nah, that's a lot. 'cause
No.
men
I
don't
feel
leave
like-
relationships.
We don't
I
leave.
didn't
like
hear
men
it.
get
What
Men
bored.
was
really
it?
don't leave relationships.
All right, one mic at a time. I want to get this. I want to land this plane real quick.
Men definitely
Women
bored.
get bored more. You need more stimulus.
normal,
You need
though.
more excitement. Women need more excitement in
I know,
relationships.
I know, that's
Men,
probably
we're fine.
Oh, so y'all cheat on us to get the
No,
more excitement?
we cheat
Is
on you
that-
because we're hornier. It's different.
Nah, it's different. It's
different.
definitely
It's not because
What
you're
if I'm
Women
horny.
women
I'm about to start
need-
cheating.
Listen,
Because the
I'm about to
horny-
start cheating now because it's different.
It's so much ego.
It's a double
It's
standard.
more about
To
ego
an
than
extent-
it is
to
about
an
being
extent.
who
horny.
woke who up
To an
this
extent.
early
extent,
early
right?
this
But
morning to
it's
go to brunch?
I did.
Exactly.
First of all,
I
you
could've-
didn't
I
wanna
was-
wake
I was
up.
laid up,
You
chilling,
did- You
knocked
did
out.
not want to wake
Who
up.
woke who
It
up
was
to go to
already
brunch?
late.
The point is,
It was 9 o'clock. You was
needed it.
not awake.
You needed it. I
I'm
did not
hungry.
need it.
Yeah.
The
I've
point
been
is-
awake.
The point is,
I've been awake since
the point
7
is,
o'clock.
women-
You still wanted to sleep. The shit was
women-
open since
women
9. We
need-
could have been gone
Let
there.
me get
You
my
did
point
not want to
across.
get. You did not
I'ma
want to
land this
wake
plane
up.
real quick.
saying.
Women
I wake up
get
early.
more
Boy,
bored.
that plane, hold
Women
on.
get
Come on,
women get more bored in
We didn't have no
relationships.
plantains in the house. I couldn't boil nothing.
We have
Got me
leftover
fucked up.
pizza, mind you.
I didn't know
Women
eat
get
that in the
more
morning.
bored than men in a relationship.
I agree with that.
I'm glad you agree. So if women get more bored, who needs to be kept on that roller coaster of excitement the most?
Women do.
Women. Glad we admitted that. So in order for women to be kept on that roller coaster, who has to like who more? It doesn't work if the guy likes her more.
I
Yes,
just don't
because if he
agree
like
with
her more,
that.
I don't
then he's
agree
gonna
with
be making
that.
sure she on that roller coaster all the time.
I just feel
Want to
like
know why?
And then we get
Because
tired and
women
leave
don't
you.
like a guy who is all about them. If you have a guy who is all about you, his whole life revolves around you.
Some women
everything-
like that.
I don't
No.
like that.
Some women
I don't
like
like
that.
I
Thank
don't
you.
like that.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
I
But that
don't
doesn't
like
mean go
I feel like I
cheat.
definitely want my man to be more about me,
Boy,
but
you
then
get lost.
that
doesn't mean go
that I
cheat.
want
I
him
had
to
that,
be
and then
obsessed
he was a
with
bum.
You
me.
feel like that, but that is what you really want.
It's like you ain't got nothing else to
They
do
got
but
too
to
much
think about
time.
me. You got
Oh,
too
yeah.
much time on your
I just
hands.
feel like
I'm
I
busy
have
at
to-
work and you talking about what you doing
Y'all
all
definitely
day.
want a guy that's
Working
busy.
time with me while we at work.
I want
Work
somebody
my
that's
work.
What's your name
busy.
again?
He
Faye.
could do
Thank you,
something
Faye.
in a day, like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't want it that's too available.
I mean, that's true, but
Once
I
he's too
still.
available, you don't even like
I
him
don't like
I
a
anymore.
dude
still
that's
think
too
a guy has to
available,
like you more
'cause-
because he's not gonna do everything that he needs to do unless he likes you more.
I like
But
a man
who
that's
gets
available when I'm
who gets
available.
bored
That's it.
more again?
Nothing
Even
more.
then.
Okay, like,
How can
I'm
you
okay
be
if you're not available
not
or
bored
not.
with
Like,
the
you're
guy
available
that
and
likes
I'm
you
not,
more
it's
than you
okay.
like
Or
him?
the other way
Matter of
around.
fact, I'll ask you a better
It's just
question.
never gonna happen.
How
all
are
the
you
time.
not going to cheat on a guy that likes you more than you like him. How?
What do you mean? How am I not gonna cheat?
Because eventually you're gonna run into a guy that you like more than you like yourself
That's a
and him.
fact.
How the fuck
Yourself.
are you-
I'm never gonna like a guy more than I love myself.
Yes, it happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us.
I'm not gonna cheat
Maybe
on someone
back
I
in the
really
day.
like. Fuck with that. I'm not gonna do that.
Well,
Back in the
No,
day,
no,
yes.
we're
Wait,
but
pointing
I
out
know.
we're pointing
like
out
that.
key factors
Gotta.
here. Here are the key factors. The
Okay,
boyfriend,
say it again,
the
say it
boy,
again.
we're giving a hypothetical. The boyfriend that you have,
Mhm.
he likes you way more than you like him.
Yes.
You meet a new guy and you like him way more than you like your
But
boyfriend.
how did I get there?
You going for
Doesn't
that
matter how you got there.
how
You're
you
there.
got
get
there.
It doesn't
Got
matter
there.
how you got there. You just met
got
him.
there.
You
You
met him.
did.
You could have met him.
Love at
Got
first
there by
sight.
foot
Love at
train
first
or plane.
sight.
That's not the
Yeah.
point.
I've been there.
You could have got there
Love
foot
at first
train or
sight.
plane.
You
That's
met
not
him.
the point.
You met him at a podcast. Anyways, that's how you met him.
I'm
The
crying.
fact is, you met the guy. You like him way more than you like your boyfriend. How do you not go into temptation and cheat on your boyfriend? Remember, you don't even
How do I
like
not?
you don't even like your boyfriend that much. He likes you.
What
There's
do you
some
mean?
girls
Okay,
that don't
okay,
like
hold
their
on.
boyfriend
You don't like
like
him that
that.
much.
I have a
You don't
friend
like
like
him that
that.
much.
It's some men that don't like their girlfriend
have a
like that.
homegirl
So
like
I-
that.
That's different.
Right?
That's different.
I have a homegirl like that that doesn't like her dude like that.
Look,
So
How do
why
you-
is she
how do
with
you
him?
not
You
cheat
ever
on him?
asked her that?
the problem
about to
is
be with
that if
anybody I
I
don't
don't,
wanna
excuse
be
me,
with.
for real. Like, if
Like
I
I'm gonna leave before I do anything. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
me
cheat.
too.
But now
I'ma
you're
just-
contradicting
No,
yourselves.
I'm not,
I don't
though.
believe
Now
that
you're
for
contradicting
Not really
yourselves
what's happening.
because
Ladies
the
stay
same
in
guy you don't
situations.
want to be with is the guy that you
Guys
like
stay in situations
less
they don't
than
want to
he
be
likes
with
you.
either.
But I ain't
Okay.
gonna lie, all my relationships have been with guys that I like more, and I agree. But I left. Either way. It don't
Yeah.
matter.
Well,
It don't
women leave
matter.
no matter
no.
what.
Okay, but
Women
here's-
leave no
I
matter
suck
what.
at relationships at this point.
I
so.
might not like him a lot right now, but that doesn't mean that I just end my
can't grow.
relationship.
That's fine. That's not what we're talking
Because
about. That's
it-
two different things.
But if
Are you gonna cheat on your man or no?
No, I'm not.
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
you
let me
are.
not say yes, you will,
The
because we
last
don't know who you
person-
are as a
The
person
last
individually.
person I dated, I did get bored at some point,
She's
but I didn't just
Thank
go
you
out
for
and
saying
cheat
You're
on
gonna
him.
cheat at
no,
some
but you
point.
didn't meet
So
the
what you
guy
do
that was
and
better
you
than
cheat
him
on him.
either.
What-
What made you
If
bored?
I'm
That's what you're
bored,
saying.
if I'm bored in my relationship and there's somebody that I really like, I promise you I'm gonna cheat at some point.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm not
for the
even gonna
honesty.
lie.
I so
I am
appreciate
going.
it.
haven't.
I am.
I'm not,
go-
I'm not saying
if
that you have
if
done
I'm
it.
bored in my relationship, I'm 1000% gonna cheat on that nigga.
If it's
If you
somebody
found a
that
better guy.
If I found somebody that makes
let me not
me,
even say nothing. Let me be quiet.
I'm gonna cheat and then I'm gonna figure out a time to figure out a way to let him
But you're
go.
just not gonna cheat on him. You're gonna
This
talk
why
to
It's
him.
gonna be
about it,
over
right?
time. It's
Okay,
gonna I have to
over
build a
time.
friendship with
Let's
that
take
person.
some
Listen,
Yeah.
ladies,
Talk to
listen,
him,
ladies.
okay.
This is why my boy
But
is
I
so
know,
prophetic.
I know
like,
that
not
I
just
will.
like
That's
that.
why. That's why I
Like,
really
yeah.
want. That's why when I find
I'm
that
not-
person, I
Sorry.
want to
A
be
guy you
happy
didn't
with
like?
them because
Even
I
if
would
I
never
was
want to
with
do
him,
that. I'm
I
trying to
didn't
grow
cheat
as a
on him.
person.
It's gonna be
Yo.
all right. You know what?
I'm a cheater.
I'm trying to
why my
grow.
boy's so
I don't want to be
prophetic, though,
toxic
right?
no more. I'm a lover girl.
If it comes to that, then y'all can call me a cheater. because I
Listen, this
will.
is why my boy's so prophetic, though, right?
Thank you.
If that's the word,
Speak
right?
on it.
Because he said this like 3 episodes ago. You could do anything you want to a lady,
Anything.
but she can't be
Can't
bored.
bore her.
Once she bored,
It's over.
That's it.
I
Chat.
promise you.
I'm telling you.
L's in the chat.
I'm not saying you
I
should,
agree.
but you can hit a girl, you can disrespect her, you can disrespect her family. You can say anything you want to a woman.
Once she
Just
bored,
don't bore her.
her ass gone.
Just don't
chat.
bore her. As long as she's on that
You know,
roller
and you know
coaster.
what's crazy? That's why these
that
girls.
is crazy. That's actually sick to
No.
think about, but it's true.
No. Once you put your hands on me, I'm
You
leaving.
don't concur?
And then have some
because
makeup
I-
sex.
'cause
I don't fucking
I
know.
didn't leave the guy.
Hell yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I did it.
A black eye.
And even
I
though
did
I
it.
was bored, I never left him. I was like, all right,
Nah,
let
when
me
I
tell you
was
my
young,
I
experience.
did it.
that happened to me.
I told you his family.
Nah, I went through
And his
that.
baby
But I
mama.
left though. I
After
left.
Eventually,
After I went to Spain. I lived in Spain for like a year.
Oh.
so it wasn't by choice.
actually
If you were
shook him.
still here, you would have still been messing with him.
She actually
I'm
shook him,
good.
actually.
I don't believe you.
I'm good. After that, after what I went
I
through
don't
out
believe you.
there, and I came back here to the States.
If you never-
I
if you
didn't
never
even
went
go
to
back to the
Spain-
States. I went to Spain.
I guess we'll
was
never
gonna-
If she
No,
never
it
went
was
back, if she never went to Spain, she
I
would have
went-
definitely stayed in that for
I
a little
went to
bit.
Spain. Whatever happened, and then I went to DR, and I lived there for like a few years, and then I came back to
If
the
you was
States.
still here and never left, you
Facts.
would have definitely.
No, he
stayed.
wasn't here. He was in Spain.
If you would have stayed in Spain, you would have definitely
Yeah, I would have
stayed.
definitely
See?
stayed, and then had like a whole abusive relationship.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
good. Never again.
I felt that. Never again.
Never again.
Tragic.
No, not
Nope.
that.
Never going through that.
You
again.
recording us?
We don't condone condone
I'm like,
BV.
No?
I'm like,
Oh,
We hate domestic violence.
domestic violence.
All
Ew.
I was saying, I forgot. Oh,
We
you
hate
were
it,
speaking on the What was we speaking on? You were saying something about the See, we all drinking here. I lost my whole train of thought and shit.
I'm not even drinking that
We still
much.
gonna make it to the destination, oh yeah.
Nah, we
Just
always
wine.
there. Everybody tap the bottle. It's all good.
We still gonna make it.
I don't know if I want to even take a
Oh.
shot.
I still stand on what I
wanna
say
take some.
though.
Wait, what was you saying again?
About, well, I mean, I just never
I
cheated on
was.
anyone I was bored with. 'Cause
No,
I felt like it was.
That's
just
not
a
what.
phase.
But see, but this. Oh, that's what I was trying to bring it back to. You never ran into a guy that you found was better than the guy you was with at the time. That's also the difference.
Yeah, because every relationship I've been in, I feel like I was spoiled.
Girl.
You're entitled.
I made that.
I don't
point.
like that
You
for
are
you.
you are bringing this full circle.
I don't think
for
I
us.
like that for you.
It's some Queens Guyanese shit. I think
That's a lot of entitlement.
some Queens Guyanese
I don't know.
shit. I don't know.
That's a lot of
My
entitlement.
research, but
You brought this full
So I think
circle.
it is.
I feel like I know.
I said she was.
She
spoiled
telling on
earlier,
herself.
though, y'all.
She's
I
telling
said
on
that.
herself.
I don't know.
I just feel like I wouldn't be with any guy that didn't treat me as good as like my dad did. You know, like
That's
you know,
well, okay. That should
good.
always be the
That's
standard.
good.
That's, I
Right.
like
So
that.
I feel like
That's not
I
bad.
That ain't my
I
thing.
can't
True.
even be mad.
Not
at
every
you.
girl
Yeah,
can
not
say
my
that
dad.
though.
My dad
Here's
was
the
horrible.
issue. Here's the issue, and I don't think
that's the issue.
And I'm
Horrible.
gonna point this out. That's not what you're attracted to. Women are not attracted to men that are like their dads.
Absolutely.
Some of them are.
what?
Some of them are.
Some are.
Some
Let me-
are.
let me-
It
It's like
some are.
Some
Yeah,
are.
some are.
I would never
But-
date anybody like my dad. Ever.
Honestly, I
Ever.
feel
My
like I
dad
wanna
was
date
a
a man like
drunk.
I don't know. My dad is my dog.
Now.
Nah,
Yeah,
my dad
what?
never. Hell
My dad
no.
is like, I feel like I would want someone a little similar. Not everything like him, of course, but like
That's
'cause
an
he a-
ick.
he a
That's an
player,
ick for y'all though.
Similar stuff.
a big
Yeah,
ick.
Yeah,
but
like
my
some
dad
of the
wasn't.
traits,
That's a
traits,
big ick.
Some
yeah,
good
but
traits
not
that my dad
exactly
put
like
on
your
me.
I like a
dad.
hood
That's an ick
nigga.
for y'all.
You see,
My
like a
dad
hood
is
nigga?
not-
I like a hood,
My dad is
intellectual hood
like,
nigga.
my dad is
Yo,
like
go around the
ghetto,
table.
but
I want
not-
y'all to order the spot.
Intellectual.
The type of man y'all want. We gonna start with you. What type of man you looking for?
I'm not.
Look into the camera when you talking. Nah, you don't have to. I'm lying.
I'm not really looking. But if you out there,
It's the glass. It says she took the glasses off.
if you out there, I'm here, ready, willing, and
You gotta
able.
put them back on. Keep
Ready?
Them off. Keep them off. Let them see your
Nah,
eyeballs.
Frodo. I really don't. I have a type, but I feel like I like to laugh a lot. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you could laugh me on my drawers,
I be
That-
laughing
that's-
them out
That's
their drawers.
usually
I
how
could
it
laugh you out
happens.
your drawers and we just laughing
That's
together.
usually how it go,
Cause I like
right?
to laugh. I'm good with big energy and big vibes. Yeah, 'cause-
Now he laughing hard. My drawers is full.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
come on now, come on now.
Yeah.
nah, but for real though, like,
If y'all
I don't
funny,
know.
if y'all funny, slide in her DM.
no, please don't, cause I
But
look at
real
them and I
funny,
don't respond.
But real funny, not no fake funny.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
y'all think
You a
y'all
left
funny.
on
I got
scene.
jokes.
I am
Naturally funny.
I am a left
Really
on
funny.
scene type of girl. But no, Frodo. An
I thought you
intellectual
was talking
hood
about me
nigga.
for a second.
No, no, for her. Not
No,
no
I'm talking
fake
about
funny.
naturally funny.
Oh, are you?
No, why you lying to
I
these
don't
people?
like to
Though?
brag no boast, but you know, I do well for myself.
Oh, okay.
It was the silence for me.
Niggas be hating on me. My fault.
No. I don't think I really have a dream man for real. I just know it's just a tall chocolate man. That's just my tall chocolate man. But I really don't. I don't have a exact thing that I'm looking for. It's really based off of vibes and energy, to be honest.
I'm
I feel like the person is gonna come when the time is right. So I
Next.
don't know.
What you looking for?
Me? I'm looking for two of them, right? One of them is the one that's gonna take care of me, a rich white man. Okay, I'm not fucking him. He has to be almost to his deathbed, okay? Because I'll wipe his ass, play with my pussy in front of him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not fucking him. The other one is a side nigga, the one that I'm actually fucking. Okay,
It's crazy.
I want that. That's what I
He's
want.
keeping it a beam right now. Woo.
Oh, white man popping
Yolanda,
pussy's
Miss
crazy.
Yams.
Yeah, I ain't fucking him. He ain't touching me.
Oh, I already found my dream guy. I'm good.
That was a good
I'm
answer.
alright.
That was a good answer.
That was safe.
That was a safe answer. That was a safe answer.
Good.
Oh wow.
I found my dream guy. I'm good.
She lying.
I love that for you.
She lying.
I love that for you. I'm still doing Sierra's
fine.
prayer,
Some
so
media training, y'all. That was a good answer.
Very good.
Miss
That was a good
Vanessa.
I tell him I love him, but
Wait,
you know
wait.
I'm lying.
Are you
hello.
still actively dating the guy you met on the show?
Ooh, oh my god. Oh look.
Okay.
We
hold
did.
on.
We never
What do you-
got.
what
We
do you-
never got to that
What
part.
do you mean, like?
Are you actively?
Actively?
It's a
dating
yes
the
or
guy
no.
We
you met-
actually haven't been able to go on our first date yet.
Wow.
How long this show been
Actively
off?
dating
But
like
like,
a
it
bunch of
just
people at
came
this point.
out. Goddamn.
Yeah, but you recorded it when?
came
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Ah, so what's happening? What's the
It's
whole?
Why
my
he didn't try
schedule.
to-
It's my schedule. I travel a lot. I do a lot. It's me. I'm the problem.
Sure.
Is he in the city?
Yeah.
All right, so y'all gotta make that happen.
I
What's
know.
up with you?
Okay, it's actually this Sunday.
Listen, I
it's
know.
this Sunday
All right.
before you jump down my throat.
Have fun.
Right?
Pause, but nah, I got you. But if there's not that guy, describe your dream guy.
Ideally, I'd like a guy who's has good work ethic. You know, who's busy, ambitious. You know, is confident.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
confidence.
It's got to be
is really
confident because I
good.
make a lot of people insecure. So I
Yeah.
would
I
not
felt
want
that.
to be with someone
feel
who
you.
is not as secure as I am.
I like that
And has
word.
good morals.
I like
Yeah.
that
A man
word.
that's insecure
Yeah.
is
a
not
little rough around the
sexy.
edges would
At
be
all.
great, but okay, it's
No.
not
And what
required.
about
Sexy.
aesthetically?
She want a
I don't
thug.
have
She want a thug, y'all. She want that thug love.
You were running
I
with
mean,
it.
I'm just saying that's what I got from
You
it.
were running. Like I was
That's what
right
I got
here.
from it.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
know,
think she
y'all.
wants a thug. I
She
think
want a
she
thug.
wants
It's
a
a little rough
stable.
around the edges. I mean,
I
a
think
little
she wants a
tough.
stable
She want a bad boy.
man.
She want a
She
bad boy. It gives bad boy. It gives muscular bad boy security guard. It gives bodyguard. You want a bodyguard. I could see it gives. I want bodyguard.
She want a sophisticated
with a
gangster.
bodyguard.
Here we go.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, what's that guy
Y'all
from
get on my
Power?
nerves.
What's that dude from
Y'all
Power?
get on
What's
my
that dude from Power?
Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, she
That's
can
what
have a
y'all want.
Get on
girl.
my damn nerves.
I would want a Jane St. Patrick if he was dark skinned.
He's just angry.
He's too light skinned for you.
I can't do light skin.
Pretty tall. He's like
I can't do.
He asked me for what I
First of
wanted,
all,
right? And now
first of all, y'all ain't finna
I
attack
can't
me
do
on my
like-
own show.
Yeah, you-
all right.
Too late.
Secondly,
Too late.
I ain't. Yo, listen. You go. All right, I'm gonna let
Is
that
it
stop.
too much to ask for? I just want you to be a little tough.
sophisticated
like, don't always be
gangster?
nice.
No, they want a gangster that
So-
that speak
never-
poetry.
You want somebody to put you in your place.
I never said
This is
gangster.
the thing.
You want a guy who's gonna
This
put
is
you in
the
your
thing,
place.
though.
That's what
This
I
is
said.
the thing.
She
I'm
don't
with
really
you on
want
that.
what she had.
You want a guy that's gonna put you in your
She
place.
don't want what she had.
What if he told you, y'all, I don't like what you wearing tonight? Change right now.
She gonna change.
I would get okay.
She's gonna change.
That's a red flag. Cause ain't nobody gonna tell me what the fuck I'm wearing.
Good. I don't want no
would.
contradictories. No
But the
contradictions in
thing
the story.
is,
I would give
also,
a
They don't think
no,
nothing.
let me tell you.
But I just
Hold
want somebody to
on.
love you
Go ahead.
tender.
When you leave
Like
New
Tim
York,
said.
when you
Love
were
you
raised
tender.
and you were
Crazy.
raised
Love
and
her
grown up in New
tender.
York, and you leave
I
this
love
state
them
and you
hood
go
niggas
to
that's
another
real
state,
suckers, I ain't gonna
the
lie.
men are not the same.
No, they're not.
The dicks are smaller in other states. It's not the same.
That's a
Yeah.
Not in Texas.
It's not the
Take
same.
notes.
It's not the same. Okay, Texas is different,
Texas
girl.
is different,
but-
baby.
I'm trying to say on the west side.
Maybe I gotta go to Texas.
On the west
I heard they said
side.
everything bigger in Texas.
Great
On the
over
west
there.
side where I'm at, that shit is small.
Y'all definitely
It's like
entertaining.
shrimp.
I think we got- I think call me.
They entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
No, when
Follow me on
I'm being
Instagram.
You're gonna
honest,
try
but
that
I'm being
once in your life.
no.
I
but
might
I'm
have to
being
go to
honest.
Houston.
When you leave New York and you go to, let's say, like the west side, like where I'm from, where I live now, it's so sad. Like the men are
Cali gives little
bitches.
dick.
They give little dick energy. They
Yeah.
don't like aggressive girls. They say they like aggressive girls, but
Until you start
only-
beating on them.
They
Oh,
soft.
only certain ones. Only
How many
certain
niggas you
ones.
beating
Like the
on?
ones from Compton, the ones from
See?
Inglewood.
See?
Those are niggas that you could chill with. That you be like, oh, they like your attitude. Like your attitude is not aggressive to them. They like that spiciness. But
So you like an Inglewood nigga? In other
Yeah,
words,
yes,
You don't
when
like
I-
no busters?
no, ew. I don't
Buster?
even say that word.
Buster?
No, we don't see. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
They
I'm
be
just
like,
talking- I'm just
and then
talking
they say
shit.
car different. They be like, you want to get in the core,
core?
the core,
Core?
the core.
Buster?
And I'm just
Nah,
like,
what?
Yeah,
oh
nah.
no.
That's
like-
so funny. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
Didn't we
like
just
their
talk about
accents are
accents?
so
We gotta
different.
we gotta take a trip out there.
No, but their accents are so
I go
different.
there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's
he
at that
lives.
lot.
He lives. I got next time you go, let me
But
know.
the men
Yeah,
are
let me know.
different in
I'll probably
other
go.
In the
states.
core.
Like when you go to
Yeah.
the Midwest and
get
We gotta
the
go.
East and the
We got
West
core.
Coast,
Everything
those
is
men
just
are
more.
bitches. Like you be like, hold on, who
Damn.
got the pussy? You
Bitches
or
is
me?
crazy.
Like who?
They
like
like that
who's
out
running
there?
the show?
Nigga
You
said,
or
who's
me?
the man?
I
It's
am.
crazy.
I am.
Damn.
I am.
Not on this side.
Everybody's sensitive out there. I'd be like, damn. I don't know if it's like
So what's like your top three states for men? Like you've been in, like if you could rank it, like I was.
New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania,
You go.
maybe Florida.
That's right.
Nah.
All East Coast.
Florida, yeah. why
All
not?
states
Nah,
that
nah.
New Yorkers fucking inhabit.
We got the best swag. Y'all got the best swag.
Thank you.
East Coasters got the best
Appreciate
swag.
Yeah.
Even the women got the best swag. Sorry.
What about you?
I'm in a
Me?
roughnecks though.
New York for
I would
sure is
beat up
number one.
Baby daddies and shit.
Texas and Georgia.
New
I
York,
don't do that no
Texas,
more.
Georgia.
Me? Wait, what was the question?
The states.
I like
your top
Southern
three men.
too.
Like,
Southern men are good.
I only
dated men from New York. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't do
Facts.
long distance. I don't do that, baby, because I'm gonna cheat. Okay?
Yeah,
I'll tell
but
you that right
never
now.
traveled and been like, these niggas is fly.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna travel out
Ain't
there,
nobody
and
fly than a
I
New York
like
nigga,
but
though.
I'm not gonna fuck them or I'm not gonna think about them
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm
why,
leave.
right, you
The
can
fuck?
put New York 1, but like, what's some other places you been with? It's like, all right.
You don't like their
decent.
swag somewhere else?
No.
No, nowhere else.
Everywhere I
you,
go, I'll
New
be like,
York-
it ain't it.
New York is the best,
It ain't it. It ain't it. Any other state
I ain't
is
gonna lie, the
boring.
first thing a female look at, like when they see a nigga, is like their outfit. Then you be like,
I look at your shoes.
Yeah, the shoes,
Thank
the
you.
outfit. You be like, is it going together? That ain't it.
I don't care about none of that.
I look at shoes.
Damn.
I look at their teeth, their nails, all that.
Listen,
about
I'm
none
just
of that.
I'm just soaking up everything
Because
right
a
now.
part
I'm
of me,
taking
a
notes
part of
too,
me
yeah.
feels like some guys who spend a lot of money on their clothes broke for real, and I don't like that.
It's not
They be
even
broke in
nothing
real
better
life.
than
That's
money.
smart.
It be the
If you know how to
flashy
put it
niggas
together.
who
You
broke
not
in
have
real
an
life.
intelligent
If you know how to, if you look
conversation
crazy,
with
you
these
wearing like
guys
7
either.
different colors. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not fucking with that because you
Oh,
look
I
like
hate
me. You
that.
look like
That
a
was
girl.
my
Like,
ex.
come
My
on now.
ex
You
used
look
to
like
be
a girl.
But if you know how to
You
put
said
some
looking
shit
like a
together, it don't
bumblebee.
gotta be expensive as long as you look nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
that's
saying
an
we look at a
emphasis.
nigga that's put
That's
together.
very true.
You know something,
Cali
though?
girls say different. They be looking at niggas and they be like, "Oh, you don't got money. I don't
don't
got
got
you.
designer
Oh,
on,
you
nah,
don't have a
fuck
car.
that.
You don't have a
You're so
Mercedes
fucking
Benz.
bougie.
I don't
Damn,
want
shut
fuck
up.
with you. I'd be like,
Girl, though.
bitch, you will never find a man.
That's it.
Hello.
I know the rich
Like, shut up. You're gonna be single for the rest of your life.
No, I really feel like a sense of
Man,
style
my
is
target
like,
audience is wearing A6 and New Balance, okay? So I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
That's the target audience.
Oh, I need a
So-
man who's smart with his money.
So, ladies,
Yeah, me too.
so does that guy's outfit matter? Let's go around the table. Does his outfit matter?
Absolutely.
And his teeth
That's
and
New
his
York
nails.
women.
That's it.
Let's just stick with
His
the outfit.
outfit, all right. Outfit absolutely has to matter. You have to match my fly. You gotta. We have to be. We got. If I'm gonna put that shit on, I gotta know that you gonna put that shit on. You're not coming outside with some
What if you put
bullshit
that shit
ass.
off?
Well, if you put that shit off, we ain't going outside. I'm gonna say, what the fuck are you wearing?
I'm not gonna lie.
If I go out with you, if I go out with you and I decide tonight I'm gonna get dressed, I'm gonna look cute today. I'm not wearing no sweatsuit. I'm gonna look cute. And you come outside, you look crazy. It's like, yo, what are you doing?
The sweatsuit and the black.
Yeah, like what are you
ski mask.
doing right now? At least if you're gonna wear a sweatsuit, like make it pop, put a chain on, do something that's gonna like accessorize. Accessories make a difference.
I all just felt that.
Accessories make a difference. You can come outside with a plain fit, but accessories will make it pop. A bag, a chain, a watch,
Some
something.
niggas don't
A
need
hat.
accessories,
Hats.
though.
Hats. Fitteds matter. Fitteds matter.
Some don't. Some
Fitteds
just got
matter.
that.
I feel like
Some
dressing
just got
is
a lot of
really
that.
like that's a talent. Like
Fitteds
some people-
matter.
Some people really have no sense of style.
I dress for comfort. Fuck that.
I like
I
a man with
gotta be
nice
comfortable
sneakers. If you got
everywhere I
nice
go.
sneakers on and
I got
it
to that
matches
point,
with the
though, when I was
outfit, I
younger,
like
I like the
that.
A6 and the New Balance and whatever the cheapest sneakers is that y'all be buying from Costco's or whatever. You know, y'all love Costco's and Sam's Club.
Oh, you know,
what
Walmart
I'm
got them
saying?
them
It's
Avia
that
shits,
funny
them
beans.
$20
Come on
shit.
now.
Those shits is fire. I ain't gonna lie, they look just like Asics. I still ain't get up. I might have to get a pair for the summer just because.
I just want to be comfortable everywhere I'm at. I don't give a fuck about. Look, I want to look great.
That's
So
when
don't
you
get
get
me
to a
wrong,
certain
but-
point.
Yeah, I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to be. I don't understand how y'all women can wear heels.
Oh, I'm not a heel
I
girl.
hate heels.
I'm a
I actually
sneakerhead.
hate heels though.
I wear sneakers.
I mean,
all day.
I wear heels.
You hate them.
And I feel like I'm too
care
tall for you.
anymore.
I have different styles though, because sometimes I have like my tomboy style where I dress like a boy, like you know, like a STEM. I call it STEM.
Is that a stud
My STEM
femme?
vibe. Like a like
Stud
a STEM
femme?
femme, like
Stud
a girl that
femme?
wear makeup but dressed like a boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cutesy. It gives like a Krishan.
Yeah.
It gives Krishan. I beat on niggas, but I got my beat
I wear
face.
men's
Normal
clothes.
Why-
jeans.
I thought-
I can wear
It's
sweatsuits.
like I'll beat your ass.
Why don't we just call it tomboy like
That's
we
what I'm
used
saying.
to?
It's giving
It's
tomboy.
a lot. It's a lot going on with that.
Step. What was it? A stud femme?
It's not
STEM?
the same thing.
A STEM gives a STEM.
That's what they call them
You're just
now.
giving it
But I
abbreviations
just
and
like
shit.
it, you know. I just say
Everybody
like
just
STEM.
gets confused and they don't want to accept the word for what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, but when
And
it's
then
a
You
new
don't want
word,
to. You
it's-
got
it's
men don't ever
confusing.
want to
Always
accept
wanna-
nothing.
He never want to accept
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing.
I'm open to everything. Pause.
A STEM
Pause.
fake.
Pause.
Hey,
Pause.
yo.
Pause. See, I said pause first. But anyways, I am. I will consider everything.
Yeah, nah, that's fake crazy.
I'm done.
Shout out to
Somebody
Kim
had
and
to
Mace,
say
that
it.
fake crazy. I
Somebody
know.
had to say it.
Shout out to Kim
But,
and Mace. That shit was fake crazy though.
But
Right.
Yeah, it gets confusing after a while. Like when you added the STEM thing, and it's like, and then you gave a description.
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh. Anyway, so I like to dress like a STEM sometimes, and then I like to dress like a girl, and then I'll be wearing heels, but then sometimes I don't be wearing heels. I wear stuff that kind of resembles heels, but they ain't really heels.
They wedges?
Like wedges and shit.
No,
Yeah.
like this, like
boots,
high boots,
combats.
Yeah, like.
But I feel that though,
platforms.
because I feel like depending on the day is a different personality you get from me. Like
No,
you might
if I'm
just
the
get a
same
real
Some days I be
chill.
wearing my clown stuff when I be feeling like.
The only difference with me is like I wear
Throw that
makeup.
shit
I
out.
don't wear
all right, but
makeup.
this wasn't about y'all. This was about
Don't
this
do
was
that.
about
Alright,
does
whatever.
a man's outfit matter?
Okay,
to you?
no, my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't
No, we
care.
know
Who's
you.
the clown
We know
though?
you.
Like, what's the
I'm the
name?
clown.
She's the
No, like, what's the name though? Like, that's a different name.
Nah, it's just
You don't got a different alter ego for the clown.
nah.
No, you got Shira Blanco.
Show
then
me
you
the
got
clown. Show me the clown.
yeah. Nah, you got to come up with an alter
I
ego
mean,
for the clown.
I have like my different personalities, like Molly, Rebecca. Those two, the
Fuck
crazy
that.
ones.
The
Molly
clown-
sound like she
clown
like to have
ain't
fun.
Sasha.
Be the clown.
Molly sound like she
the
had
clown.
fun though.
Molly the clown. I like that. I was gonna say Shasha.
I don't like that.
Shy.
I don't like that.
Shy.
I like Molly the clown. Cause
Molly
remember,
the
like the
clown.
girl from Big Comfy Couch, her name was Molly, right?
Yes.
My
That was a
homegirl.
good show though.
That was
That's
a good show.
wow,
That was a good show.
show.
Might be
Yeah.
dealing with some copyright issues there, but
But well, I'm not that bitch. I'm me, Shira Blanco, Molly the clown. Okay, I don't know about her. I'm not on no couch or nothing. No casted couch, no comfy couch, no none of that.
That was a
Okay,
good show though.
does the guy's outfit
Like-
matter to
Yes.
you?
it always matters as long as he look nice and put together. And he don't look dirty. His nails isn't dirty. His teeth is nice and clean. It don't look like he brushed his teeth last week, but he brushed them today. Then we good.
What they said, like when they look like they teeth if they just ate a sandwich and they having all that shit in their teeth.
Like I
On
don't
the
know how y'all be
bottom,
having
though.
plaque on
Mad
your teeth
plaque.
and don't feel
That's
it.
crazy.
Like you don't want to
Nah,
floss
the
that.
The sandwich.
I don't like that either.
You know what? I'm sorry, right? But you know what hurts me?
You need a deep cleaner.
Like when
hurts you,
ladies
bro? What hurts
ladies
you?
be like, yeah, he didn't even brush his teeth the whole time we was in a relationship.
Bitch, so why
And
you
it's
was
like-
with him?
That be my thing. Like they be coming on the
Nasty.
internet
So you was kissing
telling
him like that?
this what I be
You was letting
telling.
him eat you.
This what I bro.
I mean,
this
his
would be
dick
on my
dirty.
mind.
I don't even like the
So
dirty
it's like-
fingernails going inside.
Why are
you,
y'all
like,
coming on the
ew.
internet telling on yourselves and then still
I'm done with your
still
face.
dealing with that man? That'd be so crazy to
Then
me.
you make you now niggas know
Or you
dirty.
chasing, or you chasing, or you
Exactly. That's
chasing
my
that
whole-
nigga. You chasing that
that's
dirty
my
nigga. It's
whole
crazy.
thing.
That makes you look crazy.
Like, what do you mean he had shit stains in his drawers the whole time?
Bitch,
y'all
you dirty
together?
too.
Ew, I don't like that.
She liked that shit. The
Well,
dick
I
must have
seen
been
those on
good.
Facebook, and then it's like this is still their
no,
boyfriend
that's
till this
nasty.
day.
You
So
clean
went
your own
off-
Because
shitty
love
drawers,
is
she said.
blind.
No,
when
not
you
that
really
blind.
Love is
when you
blind?
really
Drawers, I'm
someone-
sorry.
Yo, I could see some shit
That's
Not when you
stains.
can smell
That
it.
means his ass.
Okay,
That
no,
means
I
his
had
ass
to clean the
stink.
shitty
I had a boyfriend, right? And he would always be very like protective of being on the bottom. And then one time I was like, why are you always so
What?
like
That's your
like,
bottom
on his
bitch.
back? Like if a girl was riding him, I was like, why are you so weird about it? He's like, one time he was dating a girl, and when he got up from the bed, there was like marks from the bed.
Oh,
I
that's
was
bad.
like,
His shitty butt.
I
You know,
guess
I got a story.
He don't
That's
wipe it. He
bad.
don't clean his ass.
I guess that
That's
after
nasty.
that traumatized him because he realized he wasn't doing it
That's
right,
nasty.
and it was just
That's nasty.
That he wasn't cleaning his
so when
ass
I
right.
think about
So you
it,
mean
I'm
to tell
like-
me she's sucking his dick and his
How
balls
grown are we
stink?
then?
But,
That's
so that's why it
nasty.
makes me think like some girls love is blind because if she was with him all this time and he was that
if
shit
your
was
balls stink, your
happening,
balls
Well, that
stink.
didn't happen to me, but I got a story that was kind of similar.
Ew.
It didn't happen to me
It's
though.
low key he knew
It
it
was the
happened.
girl.
That's crazy.
Oh,
No what?
Oh no.
What
Yeah.
shit coming up?
We told this story, yo.
Clumps of shit.
Now I wish it
No,
was.
Clumps
it wasn't
is
a
crazy.
clump of shit.
It
Well,
was
pretty much.
Just a streak.
Pretty much, me and her
like
was
a
about to
turd.
do it, and she was laying on her stomach. Check it. She was laying on her stomach,
oh fuck.
and I pulled her pants down like she was wearing like
Oh, you
pajama
said you
pants.
did. You
I
told
did
me.
tell
Yeah,
this
yeah,
story,
yeah.
yeah. And she's laying on her stomach, and I got her pants off. She's still wearing a shirt, and I'm about to like lean over towards her when I look down at her ass, and I notice there's like a marble-sized piece of shit at the top of her ass
Like if she
crack.
went like this.
Marble. That's fake.
And it blew my mind because I had more than one question. I'm like, one.
More than
How?
one question.
How?
There.
But two, the area where I saw it, it didn't make sense. It's like it's at the top of her ass crack. At the top of it, like
I still don't know how that makes sense.
I didn't see a shit trail that led there. Nothing. It was just
She placed it there. She said,
and then I kind of leaned over towards her to kind of tell her, and it was like it's hilarious in hindsight.
Oh, so you dad told her.
She looked back at me like I guess she thought I was gonna say something romantic. But
she was like, she thought she was gonna, yeah, baby,
I
girl,
was
shit
like,
on
no
me.
piece of shit on your
I
ass
was like,
crack.
yo, I kind of whispered in her ear. I was like, yo, you gotta take a shower. And she was like, huh? I was like, yo, you got a piece of shit in your ass. Like, fuck.
I feel like women don't take
Wait,
that
did you
serious
still have
when
sex
men
with her?
tell them
That's
that.
disgusting.
Hold on,
That's
did you
so.
have sex with her?
Check it.
Like,
No, no.
bitch,
She had to be
got up.
embarrassed.
Check yourself.
She got up, and this is the
Clearly
crazy
she
shit
took a
is
shit in a shower.
he'll contest to this. That's part 2 of the story.
What?
There was a part 1 to that story.
Oh my god.
But the crazy shit is she got up, she took a shower, and I was like sitting on her bed playing PlayStation. I felt mad awkward, but I didn't feel like leaving either because I was like,
it's like, damn, how do
Me
you
and her was
leave
still-
after
A low
going through
piece
that?
of
But
shit.
me and
I
her
gotta chill with her
I
for a
would've
little
left
bit.
her shower.
me and her was still cool,
I
so
would've
I
left
kind
her
of didn't
in
want
the
to make
shower.
her feel bad. I knew she was already feeling
Oh,
bad.
that's nice.
what I'm
That's nice
saying?
for real. That's nice for real.
So
But
I was
how
like,
do you not do that if
She's
she
so
didn't even
sweet.
have the audacity to wash her ass before you came over to fuck
Yeah.
I
her?
said the same thing because I was coming from.
How do you
Brooklyn.
feel
If
bad
I'm
about shit?
And we was in the Bronx.
if I'm linking
So
somebody, I'm
she
definitely
had
taking a
more
shower
than enough
before they
time.
get there.
But we just sat on her bed and I just played PlayStation until I dipped, and it was just mad awkward and silent and shit. And she was just
I
like,
would've
"I'm
been
so
like,
sorry."
Are you
I'm like,
friends now?
Nah, we don't talk.
Yeah, that was
Hell no.
awkward.
What
I
the
would
fuck?
have had to
Bitch,
get
you
up
don't
out of
know
there
how to clean your
too.
ass. How
I would
can we
probably
be
never
friends?
talk to
You
you
don't
again.
relate.
I can't even
reached
look
out
at
to
you.
her.
and
Don't
say-
relate, bitch. You don't know how
I
to
reached
clean your
out to her
ass.
to say
Sorry.
hello like a couple like years ago just to see how she was doing and shit, but I could already
Shitty
tell
butt. I
like
was like, hey,
she
shitty
definitely
butt.
didn't forget. She's like I know this nigga didn't forget. So
She's embarrassed. That's embarrassing.
Hey,
though.
shitty
That's
butt.
like-
I would have busted the joke.
Hey, shitty butt.
and the weird,
Hey, shitty
the
butt.
weird thing was like that was like the 3rd time me and her tried doing something and it never went down because
It wasn't meant
it
to
was
be.
always some weird shit. Like I said, that's part 2 of the
What
story.
was the
She was
first
the
2
weirdo.
times?
The first time it didn't go down because it was just bad timing. But the second time, me and my friends, we had a beach house out in Far Rockaway, and she came out to see me. It was like 1-2 in the morning, and she finally got there. I'm making a long story short. She finally got to the crib. We're there. We're in my room. We're chilling, and we're getting down to it. And right when we're about to take her clothes off, she kind of gives me this fucking disclaimer that blew my mind. And she was just like, yeah, she's like, you know, she's like, before we do it, I just want to know, I want to let you know, like, and I'm like, she's like, you know, like,
Bitch, what?
something happened to my vagina, and
What you got?
Oh,
You got something?
It would have been
That would have been my first question. You got
I'll tell her
something?
this.
Wait,
Hear me
tell
out.
me this before I brought you over here.
But she was like,
She
yeah.
has
I
a
was like, well,
broken vajayjay.
I was like, tell me. She was like, well,
Like an
she had a
insecure broken
look at her face right now.
I'm just trying to
I'm
think.
confused.
She was like, how she had a threesome
Y'all ever
with
watch that show?
a girl and a guy, and the threesome was going great, whatever how that was going. And she was like, how the guy ended up going down on her, and I don't know whether he bit her, he did a move, whatever the fuck he did, but he bit the shit out of her. And she had to go to the hospital. She had like a big old rip tear in her vagina, like in
Oh
her pussy
my god,
lips.
yo.
And she was like, she was trying to give me a disclaimer. She was like, you know, there's a piece that's just kind of like dangling there.
Oh.
She never got it sewn back.
Nah, and pretty much what she was pretty
I
much.
would have gotten it sewn
Hear me
back.
out. Pretty much, she was like, you know, so she was like, I want to let you know, like, I don't want you to be weirded out if you've seen it. And just her telling me that,
Bow, bow, bow.
Just
That's
her-
that booty meat.
Flappy
Yo.
pussy is crazy.
but just her,
A
look at
little
her face.
piece hanging.
You
That's
got
not
flappy.
I promise
That
you
sounds
I'm not
absolutely
judgmental. I'm just
You
insane.
got
but
flappy
just her
pussy
telling
is
me that-
He
insane.
got some crazy stories.
I do. I have a lot of them.
She has a lot of crazy.
But just her
stories.
telling me that, it made me like not want to do it. Like I
I
just.
think
I
that's
would've
I sat-
reasonable. I think that's very reasonable.
Listen, and mind you, she came to my place, and guess what we did? We sat on the edge of my bed, played
You didn't have sex
PlayStation.
that night, did you?
We did the same thing as the second story.
She
We
didn't
played
give you
PlayStation.
head,
But
nothing.
did you have sex that night?
I couldn't think about
whack.
sex
He
because
can't even get
I was
hard.
trying to
I
think of
wouldn't.
an excuse of why I didn't want to have sex the whole time because there was no real excuse other than
It's just you're a little creeped out.
what she told me. But I
And
didn't.
he was thinking about that
Like,
shit the
Gucci
last
Mane.
time
Done
too.
with you.
But what did she say? Like
done
she
with
wanted
you.
to still
It
have
was.
sex with you, or
That was always the plan because every time me and her linked up, it was you know we all
So why
have
the
that
fuck
one
would she
person.
not give that disclaimer before she came and pulled up? I would have sent the text.
The
like,
weird shit is,
That's embarrassing.
going
That's
over
embarrassing.
I'ma tell you what's even
Nah,
worse.
nigga bit me is crazy.
I'm gonna tell you what's worse. My friend, a friend of mine, I met her through a friend of mine. She was fucking with him before I met her.
Oh, I would have
And so
lied and said I'm on my period.
He should have gave me the
My
disclaimer.
Gucci hanging, y'all.
The friend should have
Why
told
you
you.
say that to
The
somebody?
friend should have told you. The friend should have told you that. I'm like, yo, she got this, but you know, you could do what you want with that information. I would have told my friend like, yo, like.
I'm not having a man come over if I'm not up to
It wasn't that she wasn't
to the fetch hanging coochie though.
It wasn't that she
if I
wasn't.
had a hanging coochie, I need to be okay with myself and my life before I go have
what
sex
doctor
anywhere.
you go to fix a hanging
This
coochie?
is
Plastic surgery.
This
That's
is
plastic
why
surgery.
I tell my friends
The nigga
after
that
a
do
relationship,
BBL,
you
yes.
had too many heartbreaks to be
That's
by
cosmetic.
yourself
You fix
for a
hanging
little
coochies.
while, but nobody wants to
Asshole
listen
coochies.
to me.
Dr.
Everybody
Dr.
wants to be in a
Miami.
relationship. Everybody thinks they know. They like, oh, I'm okay.
Out to Dr.
And
Miami
then
to-
After the
something
relationship
triggers
is the
them,
whole
I don't wanna
phase.
be with you no more. And then they only been
Dr.
together for
Doc
like 4
Miami.
months. I'm like, so then why y'all even wasting your time? Like, stay by yourselves, learn yourself, learn your triggers, and then go out and date a little bit. Get some date.
I say
Healing is
everybody
important.
Don't
May the best
take
man
these
win.
dicks
Who you like the most.
seriously.
Let the best man win.
Yeah,
Exactly.
don't
Let the
take
best man
these
win.
dicks seriously.
whoever you
Or if
like.
you decide to go bisexual and you want to be a lesbian,
Listen.
Date everybody.
okay,
Fuck it.
like,
Date everybody.
you know what I'm saying?
Find
Like,
you a stud that fuck like a
figure it
nigga.
out, but by yourself. Don't be figuring out what
can't
other
stand
people.
that.
But that's
Don't
in
fuck
Atlanta
them.
though. In
Don't
Atlanta.
fuck
Don't sleep on them studs,
Fuck
yo.
whoever you want to fuck.
Don't sleep on them studs,
I disagree.
Those studs fuck better than niggas.
I'm sorry, ladies.
Flag
I'm
on the
sorry,
play.
right?
Flag on the play.
No.
Let him say something and I'm
Flag
gonna
on the play.
If you
there's a
want
lot
to
of
be
shit going on around
single,
the
you
room that
fuck
we
them
shall not
all.
ignore.
Can I ask you a question? Because she mentions the stud shit, right? And I never understood
Like,
why.
yeah, what do you mean?
I don't
by
get
that?
it.
What do you mean?
But elaborate.
What do you mean by that?
I like certain studs.
Let me ask you a question, ladies. Let me ask you a question. Ladies.
Or I let young mom
Ladies.
fuck me because
Ladies.
she's a
Young and May?
All right. I'm
Young
glad
and
you
they
said
could get
that.
it.
But let me ask you this
I don't
question.
do light skinned
All
niggas,
right.
but I'll
But
fuck her.
but
Let me
she's
ask-
different. She's
Y'all
a
get on
touch
my
me not.
nerves. Y'all get
She's
on
a
my
touch me
nerves.
not.
Oh my God.
He about to beat us up. Hold
Let
on.
me, no, just off that
This
statement.
is all interesting to me.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Wow.
Go
For the
ahead.
ladies that don't mind a stud and all this shit, let me ask this never fucking made sense to me. I never understood why a guy has to be fucking 6 foot and up, but a stud can be 5 foot. And y'all say, oh, it's because we want to feel safe. How the fuck you feel
I
safe
don't want
with
a stud that's shorter than me.
How?
I don't
So
want a
why,
stud shorter
so
than
why
me.
doesn't a stud?
I don't want a
So
stud
why doesn't
shorter
a
than
stud
me.
have to be 6 feet? Somebody
I
explain
never
this
don't
shit.
even
said I
like
needed him
studs
to be
like
6
that.
feet.
I never
I just
said that
need whoever
either.
I'm dealing with to be taller than me.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
getting on my nerves right
I
now.
never said it. She said
You
tall,
getting on my
not me.
nerves right now.
You asked
said-
if I
I
wanted
said
them
my
taller
type
than
is
me.
tall, dark skin,
You
but
like-
that don't mean that I
you
want
like
everybody to
studs?
be
I
tall.
like them taller
You like
than
studs?
me.
As
long
It
as they
doesn't
taller than
matter.
me,
It doesn't
I'm fine
matter
with
what
it.
height.
I'm not
Oh,
looking
you're
Are
down.
you attracted to studs?
Yes.
I'm not looking
I'm
down.
Would you be with a stud who was under 6 feet?
I've never been with a girl.
Would you be? Would you?
Oh, you
You
should try
should.
it.
You should try it. It's fun.
should try it.
Y'all getting on
They
my
eat
nerves.
pussy sometimes
Yeah,
way better than
DM,
men.
ladies.
No, I'm just saying
Applications
because you
open.
never know. You gotta try it.
But there has literally been
Try
girls
it.
that are studs that I look like. Damn, you are fine
Then
as
you
fuck.
should try it.
Like you know you're
That's
Go
like,
for it.
And how tall were they?
But they crazy.
Like taller than me.
Oh, they're weird.
What's
Yeah,
taller
they
than
crazy.
you?
They're
I'm
too emotional.
5'4", so
They were
I
like
don't know.
5'5", 5'6".
Maybe 5'6", 5'7".
That's my point. If
The
a guy was 5'6", 5'7",
I have
they
never
not, so.
discriminated over height.
if a guy was
Wanna
five,
be
you
clear.
think
I have.
a guy was 5'6",
have.
5'7",
Yo, they funny as hell. I know.
where is he?
How tall are you?
Engaged, actually.
You're not even that tall.
If a guy was
Nah, how
5'6",
tall are you?
5'7",
Bro, what?
I'm gonna deal with him.
She's
You gonna
not
deal
tall.
with
She
him?
said she's
You
5'6".
did.
If a guy was
Alright, he was a
5'6",
little-
I'm
5'7",
5'4". You gotta be taller than me.
I'm talking to you.
But I was mad young.
If
I
a
was in
guy
high
is
school.
But you
5'6",
5 feet, so he's
5'7".
still taller than you.
No,
5'2"
All right.
as a grown
So
man.
2 out of
is
3 is
crazy.
saying no.
I don't want a dude like my height. That's not
5'2"
cute.
as a
You can't
grown
fight
man.
genetics.
I was in high school.
I dated a guy that was 5'7" though, but he was taller than me still. But I can't wear heels. You know.
I'll
Ladies.
still
I don't
Can't
wear heels, so I don't
now.
care.
Carry me.
So it
Here's
doesn't
what I
matter.
learned today.
You're not dating somebody that's
The man I'm with
5'2".
now, I don't wear
Here's
heels.
I
what I-
never dated. Okay, I said I'm 5'4". He has to be taller than me. Okay, no, I've never dated anyone who's 5'2".
All right, look.
I'm
I didn't
5'5"
realize
and a
how
half.
much time we
I'm
were
pretty
running
tall.
down on, so we got about 3 minutes to close this show out, ladies.
5'2" is sick.
We about to go back around the
She's
table.
5 feet, she said.
We gonna go.
5'2" is still sick.
We're gonna go around the
Sorry.
table, and everybody gonna reintroduce themselves. Tell us where we can find your social media personally, not the social
Oh my
security.
God.
Let them know where they can
Give them
find
that
you.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Where everybody can find you at. You know what I'm saying? And let's start to my left.
I look at the camera. It's Faye, Big Faye to be exact, never the little one. All right. You can find me on Instagram at Big Faye Neva, Neva the Lil.
I'm crying.
You got to get it right.
That's it. That's it.
You can find me on my IG, Yolanda Yams X. And you can also find me on OnlyFans, Yolanda Yams.
Hold on.
X.com. Yeah.
Y'all ain't say that before.
This is the second time on the show, so
We got to talk.
My name's Vanessa. You can find me on Instagram, Miss MISS_ Nessa with 3 S's _.
And it's Shira Blanco, head honcho, pussy so wet, he gonna need a poncho, you heard.
Hello. Hello.
Relax. Oh
I'm
my
starting to
God.
respect it.
Hello.
That's a good one.
Run that back. Run that back. Run that back.
I was hating in the beginning, but you did your thing with that one. I ain't gonna
Like I
lie.
said, it's Shira Blanco, head honcho, pussy so wet, he gonna need a poncho, you heard. And you can find me at _ Shira because they took off Shira Blanco, but now we running it up on Shira. So
3 underscores.
4 underscores.
Oh, 4.
Fuck all that. Y'all know the vibes. Ski day.
I was late.
Thank
And
you.
y'all already know who I am. I'm the host, the MC, master of ceremonies, my favorite one. You could call me the chairman. You know what I mean? But it's your boy MVP Banks. I thank you all for showing up. Welcome back to, you know what I'm saying, Confirm TV
Yes,
as usual.
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like, I want
sir.
y'all all come back and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it again. I mean, maybe we could run the show a little longer next
These
time.
shit's getting better and better. I don't know. These shit's getting better and better.
Next time
I don't
I'm gonna come with
know.
my questions and we
I
gonna
don't
see.
know.
Yeah, we're going to have to come with some questions for them because I don't know.
Better and better.
Nah, I be waiting for Shira to take over.
Don't
but she
worry, my
was
shit is
timid.
coming. Don't worry. I got them in a
want-
notebook.
you know what?
I've been writing them down.
I
Next
want y'all-
episode, she got it, y'all.
Yep.
Let's
I
see
want
what
y'all
she-
all to
Let's see
show
what she
up.
do.
Yeah, I want y'all all to pull up to the next episode, or not the next episode, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Make sure y'all tune in.
Pull up
tune
again.
in,
That's
pull
what
up
he
again.
mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Confirm TV. And yo, we definitely out of here. Thank you very much.
Yay.
I know what you want, I got what you need. Get it in the morning, get it in the evening. I'ma keep on ballin', I'ma keep on dreaming, and I ain't gonna stop till I'm on your TV. I got